Invincible.
Hello, brothers and sisters. Peace of Jesus Christ be with you. I hope everybody doing good. It's a good morning for so many people, and good evening for people in USA and that time zone. Good evening, guys. God bless you all and keep you safe. Welcome, brother Nicodemus. God bless you. Today, Damien, welcome, brother. Today we decided to make the live stream a little bit late, midnight my time, 7 p.m. USA time. Yes, due to request. So it will be. I will be doing some live streams like that from now on, as apparently I'm not reaching to them. They want on their own time zone as well. So if you do have any request from me, please do not. Uh, you know, simply tell me, write it in the comments, contact me or something. Just reach to me. Yes. So, God bless you all and keep you safe. We will have today with us Sister Lydia. If you remember her, she was with us many times from many times, yeah, from US. So she'll be with us, but she said she will be late, like half an hour. However, it's good to have you all. Please like the stream, share it, send it everywhere you can. Uh, this is brother Nicodemus saying hello, everyone. I see the link posted for this Sunday. Yes, absolutely, it has been posted. We have live stream for Sister Act on Sunday. Don't forget, we have a program every Sunday. Me and brother Nicodemus, or brother Nicodemus and I, forgive me. Just we are doing about movies and. Take a look at movies, certain movies. So you can suggest for us many movies, any movies you like us to take a look at, and we will speak about it. Yes, and then we will be speaking about all these movies. You think like it's antichrist? They are implementing so many things about racist stuff, about let's say. Uh, anti like sometimes they come against man or against women or against color or against something like that. Nowadays they are implying too much, like there is woman thing in power, and no gender anymore, or stuff like that. So they are speaking about so many things like that, and antichrist and stuff like that. So you can simply suggest for us movies and we'll talk about it. Shalom, green tea. Welcome, God bless you. So please suggest for us so many things you would like to review, and we will go ahead for it. Please share the link and let us have more beautiful people. And we always have lovely people. We don't. In general, I don't have lots of viewers, but I have a great quality of viewers, basically. It's not the quality, the quantity, it is the quality. So this is what we need. So you know, so we simply want the you know the quality, and we have the best. So you are my favorite. uh so guys, today it's about Momo. Is he a homo? What do you think? Let's start first by prayers, and if anyone would like to come up with me and start with prayers, I am gonna pin for you the link. You can all come. Everybody's welcome. Yes, the link gonna be posted right now, and I'll pin it. on both channels. I am transmitting on both of my channels, YouTube channels today, not on Facebook like last time. So please share the link. Come up with me if you want to start the prayers. Who would like to start the prayer? He said, "Mohmo, everybody picking on me that how I'm speaking. Maybe because I'm speaking fast. Maybe I'm doing mistakes or I'm saying stuff like that. Could be, could be. I what's his name? Damien keep picking on me or C1. So thank you for that. Anyway, I accept corrections. I accept you anyone to correct me whenever I say anything wrong. Thank you. I will pay attention. Uh, anyway, we'll start by a prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, the one God, Amen. Dear Lord, have mercy upon us. Bless our brothers and sisters who came today. Give them peace. They need peace. Give them good health. Most of them, they are having diseases and pain. Remove the pain out of their bodies. Help them to come over their diseases and pain. You are the one who can save them out of that. You save the uh, people who, but let's say they were blind, or people who weren't even able to walk. You are able to help everybody. You even raised Lazarus from death. So you are able to heal us all. I'm one of them. We ask you today, dear Lord, to heal us, to be with us, and we ask you, dear Lord, to help our brothers and sisters who are persecuted all around the world. We who will be named on your name, Christians being persecuted all around the world, from Egypt to Lebanon to Pakistan to everywhere, even including in Israel and Palestine. That we've been prosecuted under different agendas in India as well, dear Lord. Dear Lord, help us everywhere and be with us. Help your people. Save them, shelter them, give them food. Don't let them sleep without food, dear Lord. Help their kids. Be with them, dear Lord. They need every help you can give them. Your house has been burned, been destroyed by antichrist, dear Lord. So help them, dear Lord. We thank you, dear Lord, for everything you are giving us. You are giving us more than we need. You are really good with us since we were born, and even before with our parents. Since ever and ever, you've been good with us. You are always being good, and you help us all over the time, and every time, everywhere we needed you, we called for you, and you helped us. Dear Lord, bless our brothers and sisters who came to see this stream. Bless them all and help them in everything they need, from jobs to anything they need, like maybe a wife, good Christian wife, and or good Christian husband, and help them in everything. We thank you for all of that. We thank you for all these brothers and sisters who came today to help us and to watch us and to be with us and support us. They are really lovely people. We thank you for all this Christian family online, and our family, our own family, who you grant us that beautiful families. You gave us really lovely families. We thank you, Lord, for all that. Thank you, Lord. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, the one God. Amen. بسم الآب والابن والروح القدس الإله الواحد. آمين. أبانا الذي في السماوات، ليتقدس اسمك، ليأتي ملكوتك، لتكن مشيئتك كما في السماء كذلك على الأرض. خبزنا الجوهري أعطنا اليوم، واترك لنا ما علينا كما نحن نترك لمن لنا عليه، ولا تدخلنا في التجربة لكن نجنا من الشرير. آمين. أيها الملك السماوي المعزي، روح الحق الحاضر في كل مكان، In this prayer, he said that, "Oh Lord, who you are everywhere," and He's really everywhere, and He's with us today. And every time we meet, He is with us. I know I cut the prayer from Arabic to jump to English. I know because you are all speaking English. Uh, he said he is with us, and every two and three said in the Bible that he will be met in His name will be between them. And I believe that the Lord Jesus Christ will be between us today, and he will accept all your prayers and all your needs, and He will help you and will help us all. So in your name, dear Lord, we meet in here today. So أؤمن بإله واحد آب ضابط الكل خالق السماء والأرض كل ما يرى وما لا يرى وبرب واحد يسوع المسيح ابن الإله الوحيد المولود من الآب قبل كل الدهور نور من نور إله حق من إله حق مولود غير مخلوق مساو للآب في الجوهر الذي به كان كل شيء والذي من أجلنا نحن البشر نزل من السماء وتجسد من الروح القدس ومن مريم العذراء وتأنس وصلب عنا على عهد بيلاطس البنطي تألم وكبر وقام في اليوم الثالث على ما في الكتب وصعد إلى السماء وجلس عن يمين الآب وأيضا يأتي بمجد ليدين الأحياء والأموات الذي لا فناء لملكه وبالروح القدس الرب المحيي المنبثق من الآب الذي هو مع الآب مسجود له ممجد الناطق بالأنبياء وبكنيسة واحدة جامعة مقدسة رسولية وأعترف بمعمودية واحدة لمغفرة الخطايا وأترجى قيامة الموتى والحياة في الدهر الآتي آمين. بسم الآب والابن والروح القدس الإله الواحد آمين. And in here we start, dear brothers and sisters, to swift to different story. Now we'll speak about Momo. It's from the holy things to some dirty stuff, but we'll try not to be dirty from our things that we say, like dirty stuff from us. No, we'll try to say everything from their books just to enlighten Muslims and teach. It's not to be opposing, simply to oppose and say dirty stuff. It's simply to teach. So do not think that we are saying stuff simply to be racist. Anyway, it is not a race. However, and it's a cult and everything. We know that it's less than a cult. We know that they are terrorists and everything. Some of them, some they are really nice and kind because they don't know their religion properly and they don't follow. But however, uh, we are trying to reach to those people who they don't follow, to teach them what they teach in this filthy religion, because some of them, they are not real Muslims. They don't follow, even they don't pray, they don't do fast Ramadan. They simply Muslim by name because they were born as a Muslims from parents, father and mother that are Muslims, and simply that's it. So if we teach them, they may leave this cult and they may ask us about the Lord Jesus Christ, and we reach to them by the love and the kindness, the one the Lord Jesus Christ taught us to tell them. So then we can reach to them and tell them, come to the Lord Jesus Christ. He's knocking on your heart. He's knocking on your hearts. So open for him. And whoever will open for the Lord Jesus Christ, he will come in, dine with him, and you'll dine with him and the Lord with him. So you'll dine with him and the Lord with him. So uh, shalom, Olivia, welcome. uh, okay, welcome, brother Nicodemus. Welcome, brother, welcome.
Thanks for having me. I figured I'd come up because this might be a conversation I could contribute to, and I'll do my best to be on my best behavior too.
You are excellent to do that. I know that. You're the best. Thank you for coming up. And anyone else would like to come up, you are all welcome. Uh, we are like we don't do like debates and stuff in here. It's like in a way like a teaching, in another way it's like to show the truth. So and on another hand, like we are having coffee together. So grab your coffee and come up. Anyway, so we'll start today by Momo. If he was a homo, was he? What do you think, brother?
Well, my nickname for him is Mohammed. So, absolutely. Yeah. In fact, I did a little clip on that, a little segment that CP was sharing in that edited video about how Hollywood supports Islam. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's quite disgusting, quite disturbing, and I don't think enough discussion is spent on the whole bocce bazi. So if anything is damning, let's say, for Islam and whether or not it's actually a sexual deviant cult and one that includes, as I don't like the word diddling, they use diddling these days, so they don't get flagged by Yubu, but um, the molestation of young children, including little boys, it would be bachi. I think we should spend time talking about that too.
Yes. St. Louis, welcome, brother. God bless you. Mohammed, the homosexual. Ah, yes, indeed. Let me share the picture I put as a thumbnail first. It was this one. It's a hadith, Sahih hadith from Sunan Abi Dawood. Yeah, and it's about. I don't know if you can read it, but I will try to enlarge it somehow um, to see if you can read it. Apart from the image, I will try to enlarge it. Like that, you'll be able to read somehow. Better? No? Yeah, I think it's better. Okay, Abdul Rahman ibn Abdul Abu Layla, the father of Layla, Ibn Abu Layla, the son of Abu Layla, the son of Abu Layla. Wow. Quoting Sayyid ibn, anyway, ibn, from the son of this, the son of that, son of something, to the son of the Rayat al Humr, the red flags. It's a prophet of Islam. He's the son of his mother was red flags tents. Anyway, he what he did. This man, a man of Ansar, said that while he was given to jesting and was talking to the people and making them laugh. So he was making them giggles and laugh and stuff. The prophet of Islam, prophet of Islam poked him under the ribs with a stick. He said, "Let me take retaliation." He said, "Take retaliation." So easy. Yeah? He said, "You are wearing a shirt, but I am not." Momo said that Momo then raised his shirt, and the man embraced him and began to kiss his side. His side, that's to be, they are trying to be polite. His butt downtown. Then he said, "This is what I wanted, Messenger of Allah." This is what I wanted. What do you think, guys? I want to see the comments flowing, guys. What are we doing? Yeah, this is what I wanted. Oh, Messenger of Allah. Uh? What do you think? This is what he wanted by kissing his downtown. This is what he wanted. Was he a homo? Or that's why Ali Dawa and Ali, Muhammad Hijab and his girlfriend Ali Dawa were embracing LGBT, isn't it? Yeah. Do you think because of that? because they know all this rubbish in their books.
I I think those guys at this point will embrace anything just to get numbers, just to get support in their dying cult. I could
Oh
be
yeah.
wrong.
Oh yes, they can embrace anything just to say yes. Please give me some subscribers, some money. We want to build mosque in the middle of nowhere. Just give us money.
On the wing, give us a loan on the wings of Allah. Aha, right? Oh boy.
Now,
Oy
now,
vey.
guys, what do you think about somebody passing in the market? Finding like somebody making apparently he's like you see like when you see somebody passing in that you pass in the street and you see somebody those who's singing or making people laugh laughters for laughters like making jokes or juggling some balls or stuff like that. This guy he was like one of them, this Ansari guy. So he was doing giving to jesting. So he was doing some make them make people laugh. He was making people laugh to earn some money. Yes. So the prophet of Allah, yeah, uh, he poke him with a stick because there were no Facebook to poke people at that time. So he had a stick. So he poke him with a stick between his ribs, yeah, or under his ribs, under the ribs, under the ribs, where it would be. All right. Anyway, uh, so I think this is a polite way of it as well. However, then he left his shirt because the guy told him you are wearing a shirt. He's not, and he lifted his shirt for him, and he started kissing his downtown. And in the Arabic thing, it's called kashhahu. Kashhahu is between his legs. Yes, it's not his side. It's his side. It's just changing the word.
Wow.
Kashhahu. Yeah. So it is kashhahu in the Arabic, and I don't know if Google. Linda was asked. Welcome, sister. Uh,
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
w- good. I'm good. Thank you.
Do you hear
Can you? We have echo from your YouTube, I think.
on my YouTube? I don't have my YouTube on.
We have who's that then? We have the echo. Do you have something making? You have something making echo?
Something making echo. All right, let me get out and let me get back in.
No. That's it. No, yeah, it's still.
It's
Yeah,
good?
mm, yeah. Sometimes it's making echo somehow. I can
That's
hear
great.
myself twice.
It could be the Wi-Fi here at the hotel. So,
It's okay. It's okay.
how are you?
I'm okay. Not bad. Doing well.
So, what were you talking about?
We are speaking about this Ansari guy who was kissing Muhammad in his kashhahu in his downtown.
Downtown, yeah. Ah, yeah. Kashahu. Okay.
so, so kashhahu for you as an Arabic speaker, what do you think
Mm-hmm.
kashhahu is?
عورته.
عورته. Yeah, Arabic,
The
Arabic for
type
farjahu.
sausage, I
Arabic
guess.
for farjaha, farjahu. So
Farjahu. Yeah. You never know
yeah,
what he had. Farj, awra. You never know what the hell he had.
yes. Yeah, he had the both because he was been used on both sides. He's a homo. He's bisexual.
Trisexual. I think he
You
tried anything that moved, or did it
He,
move?
he was multisexual things because he did the dead people. We are going for that dead animals, anything passing by.
watermelon, dough, anything.
Yeah. So
Watermelon. That's funny.
watermelon.
Boy, so he was the original. What was that movie? I forgot. Bandcamp wedding thing. Anyway, yeah, something about apple pie. American Pie was in the movie. Yeah,
American
yeah,
Pie. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Maybe.
Yes. So I think it is disgusting, I know, but can you guys share the link? Let's have some more people. Let's enlarge a bit the viewers, please, and press like on the hit the like button like that. We will have more people. Yeah, Linda, it is your it's from your end. This echo.
How is it an echo? I don't have even. Let me go out and let me come back in.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Now, and then take your clothes off for homosexual. Joking with him, and then take your. Yeah, it is. Just take off no. Apart from that, he is in the middle. He is in the middle of market. It's not. He didn't hide. He didn't go to his tent. He didn't go to anywhere. Just in the middle of the market, he poked him, and he told him, "Lift your shirt." He lifted his shirt. He's so easy going prophet. He's very easy going prophet. He lifted his shirt and he let him do it. You know. So he's a great pro fit for something to fit. Ha, that's good. To fit or not to fit, that is the question. So,
It's so funny.
because his ass was wide for it to fit.
Oh boy.
Because of so many things was happening with him.
All right. We get it. We get it. Oh, you mate. Oh no.
That's cool. Now, while Sister Linda is not here, we'll change the hadith. We'll go for another hadith because we have a lot. Now, let me check first which one. I have a lot of them though. All right, we'll take his uncle. Yes, we'll take his uncle. Uncle as is a so-called father's brother. Why so-called father's brother? Because no one knew who is his father. So we'll take his the hadith about his uncle. Yes, and therefore this hadith came with a holy Quranic verse. Yeah, about his uncle in Surah Al-Duha 93, verse number 6. It came, أَلَمْ يَجِدُكَ يَتِيمًا فَأَوَى. So Allah giving verse for what happened. Did he not find you orphaned and sheltered you? Oh yeah, he sheltered you. But let's see what's happened. He sheltered you all right. But what happened after that? ألم يجدك يتيما فأوى وجدك ضالا فهدى. And he found you wandering. Dallan is not wandering around. Dallan like immoral. He doesn't know. He doesn't. He's somewhat Dallan out of conscience or maybe religion or anything like Dallan. He's away totally and guide you because in here there is a guide. Yes. and found you in need and enriched you. Ah, why enriched you? فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. Therefore, do not mistreat the orphan. What? In here, we have a big question about that. Oh Allah, we have a big question about you and your verses. You don't choose your verses well. Let's go to the tafsir first. Da-da-da-da-dum. ألم يجدك ضالا فأوى. Here it is. It's tafsir.com, الضحى 93, التفاسير from الزمخشري, and ayah number 6, الزمخشري, yeah? And I will be translating in English myself. I will be reading first, and then, because I want to tell you something, and then I will put it in English. Yeah, and here, oh no, please not. 1 second, because I think this one will kick me out if I pressed OK. Anyway, please not. Okay. Now, I hope I'm not kicked out of the StreamYard. Please confirm for me.
You're still here. You're good.
Samuel, thank you. Samuel, welcome. So, in here they said that he'd been the first time they started with growing him up, and then ترشيحه لما أراد به ليقيس المترقب من فضل الله, whatever, and then he said ألم يجدك, من الوجود, from finding, it's from finding, and and then come on, and it is when and then when Saadiya basically because he been killed because of after Saadiya being killed, he been returned to his mother, and he was her bad luck, so his mother was killed. And وهو ابن 8 سنين, and he was 8 years old in here, they're saying, while in the other hadith they are saying he was 7. فكلفه عمه أبو طالب, فكفله عمه أبو طالب, so Abu Talib took him. وعطف الله عليه بإحسان تربيته, and Allah grant him that he take him and he grow him up. من بدع التفاسير إنه قوله درة يتيمة, إن المعنى ألم يجدك واحدا من قريش يتيما النظير فأواك. So none of those who were one of Quraysh found you, let's say, orphan, and he had you, like he took you. وقرأ فأوى, أوى, that mean he had you, he took you in. وهو على معنيين, and فأوى, it mean 2 meanings. Anyway, we don't need, anyway, ضالا, and in here وقيل أضلته حليمة عند باب مكة. And here the first, this is why they are saying 2 meanings, that he was like he was lost. In here I will translate, I will put it in English.
Linda's saying that she's backstage.
All right, thank you, Linda and St. Louis. Thank you. Welcome guys, welcome.
Hello. How do you hear me now? Better?
Yes.
Okay, good. My headphones are on.
Your voice is not clear though.
Can you hear me?
Good.
You are loud and clear, St. Louis.
All right, thanks.
And I'm not?
Yeah, your voice was better, Linda, but with with an extra voice. Yeah. Anyway, ظبطي شوي إذا فيكي بس ظبطي حتى AirPods or something like that. Okay. It was said.
I want to say quickly, it's on the topic that you were discussing before. It's very interesting. It's the first time I remember at least hearing that the false prophet was literally being quote kissed and all sorts of other things between his legs, literally between his legs. I was imagining it was around maybe the lower abdomen, lower belly button area, just below his belly button, but I didn't think that it was literally between his legs, like that clear.
Brother, what they will do with the lower abdomen? They lie to say that. And the lower abdomen, what they will do with that belly button? Belly button. What they will do with that? You advise me. I want you to enlighten me. What they will do with that?
Well, I was under the same impression, like he was kissing his, like, I don't know, lower buttocks or something. But yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was
thighs,
the belly button area that he was kissing, maybe just below the belly button, but I didn't think that it was like between the legs. So the word says between the legs.
It said. Yeah, let me put it back. Do you want me to put it
That
back?
is shocking.
Do you want me to put it back or not?
Well, I don't speak Arabic, but if it says that there, I believe you. I'm just asking, just because that's the first time that I remember hearing that, at least.
It said
and that's remarkably disgusting.
It said in Arabic, kashhahu. Kashhahu is his downtown. And here
Whoa.
they are lying in the translation saying his side, kiss his side.
Yeah. So that's just a complete lie. The whole part where it says side, that is a lie. It wasn't his side. It wasn't his belly button. It was between his legs.
What he will kiss on his side? He will kiss his jambon, what they call it. His ham. It will be ham.
Do you hear me better, Amir?
Yeah.
Yes, much better.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay like that. Okay.
So, what he will kiss by his side, he will kiss his what he's making exercise for his for his what they call it work. What's the work? It's what they call it.
So
Work is hip. He will kiss his hip. What he will need
Yeah,
is
I
his
think Muhammad had some white love handles.
yeah. What does he need with hip? His hip, kissing his side, or what? Or belly button. What does he need with that? What should he do about? What he will kiss in that? You know.
So the Arabic literally says that this homosexual was kissing Muhammad between his legs right there. And
Yes.
Muslims have no problem with this.
I don't think too many Muslims really know it, to be honest with you. Well, most
They
Muslims,
lie.
they do not know any of this stuff because
Even
they never
if
search it.
Even if they know it, they lie.
They don't. That's it. It's a DNA. I mean, their mind. That's it. It's implanted in them.
Yeah.
So what do they say? How do they defend that? And yeah, there's what you usually say.
محرف, it's wrong.
Well, there is a lot of Israeliyat. There is a lot of Israeli hadith. We don't accept hadith. Even Bukhari is not a good hadith. The Quran is not good hadith.
Or you know what? Let me speak to the sheikh. Stuff like that.
Israeli hadith. That's a good one.
And here it said, it was said that I will read that. I will give you time then after this one to say everything you want. It was said that he strayed. He was astray. You see, he was astray during his youth in some of the paths of Mecca. So Abu Jahl returned him. This is the one who keep attacking him. He returned him from his stray. He was astray. But Abu Jahl, he was called Abu al-Hakam because because he was the father of the wisdom. They call him Abu al-Hakam because he was father of the wisdom. He called him the father of ignorance. Jahl is ignorance. He twisted the words. Muhammad, he twisted everything. Returning him to Abdul Muttalib. He returned him back to Abdul Muttalib. It was said that Halima led him astray at the gate of Mecca when she went him and brought him back to Abdul Muttalib. It was said again that how many times he's astray. He's always astray. On the way to the Levant of basically the Levant that's mean to Damascus. when Abu Talib set out with him, so he guided him. He always ignorant. He needs somebody to. He's blind. He needs somebody no offense for the blind people, to guide him, and taught him the Quran. Who taught him the Quran? Who? Abu Talib. Wow. And the law. Abu Talib taught him that. Look at that. That's against all the Islam. All Islam. Or remove your error from your grandfather and the uncle. And whoever said whatever. So basically they are saying all that, and then they will go down, because all that is nothing, that they led him from place to another. And here he said he was following their religion of disbelief, because he was pagan. Then God and the prophet whatever forbid, they must be whatever. I want you to see in here that he was given the money of Khadija in one place in here. That's how enriched him. That's because he was poor. This is the verse is what it's saying, that he enriched him by the money of Khadija. The prophet that he was shortchanged by the disbeliever, he's proceeded in the disbelief of family or poor person. Ayla was recited just as Sihat was recited, and barren. So he became rich. So he enriched you with Khadija's money, or what? Or what spoiled I gave you from the kuffar. He peaced on bless upon him, making pieces, hopefully, said in 1312, he placed my livelihood under my shade of my spear. He's a killer. He made him a killer.
Yeah.
And it was said he counts, cannot count. He was, anyway. Sorry for the saying the word. It was you enrich your heart. It's nothing to do with his heart. He was like he didn't have a heart, the guy,
Exactly.
until Jibril came and opened him wide, and he cleaned his heart from all the filth. So, so he enriched him by killing the Christians, and by the money of Khadija.
And Muhammad is the one who made them. These were already obviously criminalistic-minded people, criminal-minded, criminalistic people. But Muhammad is the one who convinced them to literally become full-time criminals that would just steal money from Christians, and then that's how they'd be enriched.
Yes. Yes.
Well, he didn't
exactly.
convince them. They were just as evil. They had that evil in
But
their heart.
it
You know what I'm
says that
saying?
he made them, though. I think it said something. You can understand Arabic, Linda, but it said something when we were reading the English there, like he made this guy be the one who was using the spear against Christians.
Well, he used him as it, yeah, in Arabic, that's what it says. But again, you can't make anybody do anything unless they're evil
No,
themselves. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. That's true.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
These
that's
people
true.
were all evil. They call them Sadiq, which is the nomads. The ones that rob people on the streets and in the hot and in the mountains and stuff like that. So that's
Bandits.
the kind of people he had.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's also interesting how weak they are. People think that you need Islam to overtake Europe and then eventually even the Americas, and that's going to help make people strong and manly again. And this Andy Pimp Tate, he says that that's how you're going to make the West strong again. He's completely wrong, though, because look at Islam. Muhammad started off as a guy who had to marry an old, probably ugly woman to get any sort of money. That's how he got his money. He had to marry this old woman. And then when it comes to things like he seemed to be a homosexual, and he seemed to be, or maybe not homosexual, bisexual, and everything sexual. Every physically impure sin he could imagine, he would engage in it.
Well, I think I don't know. Amir, I think once I heard, tell me if I'm wrong. I heard that his cousin came in and Muhammad didn't want to see him because
Yeah.
he said something ardi.
هاتك عرضي. I have
Hatak ardi, yes.
I have the hadith. I'm gonna show it to you shortly.
Okay, all right.
But I am looking for the hadith which I wanna show you now.
Mhm.
Following to this ayat and the tafsir, showing that his uncle who had him, who took him as young, he effed him at 7 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
effed him,
sleep
and
together naked in the bed.
sorry.
From what I've read, they would sleep together naked in their bed.
He liked to smell.
Yes,
They would always be naked together.
yes. So what's happened to the hadith? They took him off.
No surprise there.
Exactly.
Do you bet? It's look. I will show you. The hadith gone from the midday till now.
Probably since your last video on the topic, they decided we've got to take this off. Got to
Yeah, look.
Probably, yeah, more than likely. Yeah, they took it off. Oh, yes.
I hate their deception. Just so deceitful, always taking things down like this. Their own books. This is your book. You know, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Just keep it. This is that's their religion.
Yeah.
But that's also their style of doing things. They want to hide
Yeah.
as much as they can as possible.
Yeah.
That's why it's like Abuna Zakaria says, try to buy the books because they can erase everything from the internet, but they can never erase these books if you have them in your hand, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even screenshots, it's not quite the same thing as books, but it's better
But
than
at least you
nothing.
have it.
Yeah.
Well, they took it down. شفت؟
يا روحوا له الحديث.
روحوا له عرض محمد شو بدك تعمل؟
هاتكوا عرض محمد وهاتكوا اخته. So
And we see it also in their behavior. It's not only in Islam itself, it's also in the behavior of the Muslims. Even though the Muslims have no clue about Islam, they have just no idea what it teaches. They're completely ignorant. They still practice a lot of the stuff in reality. I mean, they are abusing children all the time. I think they're engaging in a lot of homosexuality, and often you do find it where they'll call each other like sweetheart sort of names and just seem very like weak, but not weak. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying weak. I mean homosexual weak.
yes.
Trust me, not only homosexual, they're just weak. They act like men, but they're not men. I mean, if you ever watch videos, I was discussing this with Amir yesterday. If you ever watch videos, it's always men dancing for men.
Seriously?
Yeah. Look at the videos, the Arabic videos.
Wow.
Right, Amir?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting.
It is.
You shall. I mean, the good book does say you shall know them by their fruits.
Yeah.
Maybe there's another meaning to fruits there that we didn't think about. No. California full of nuts and fruits? No. All right. It's not funny if you have to explain it.
It sounds like it might be a slightly dirty joke, so I don't want to try to understand.
No, it's I guess it's an American thing, or maybe I selected one. Gay people and so on used to be called fruits not that long ago, but I guess nobody uses that anymore. Anyway, like I said, it's not funny if you have to explain it. Me and my dry humor. But you know.
Yeah, well, based on that, the Mohammedans certainly have a lot of fruits.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Bad fruits, though.
A lot of fruit cakes.
Bad fruits.
A lot of bad fruits. Yeah, very, very bad rotten fruits.
Yeah. Anyway, it's gone this one. So anyway, so
Muslims are cowards. They have to always gang up in big groups, you know, like they'll never do something by themselves. Even if it's like they are being harmed, they won't stand up, they'll run away and then bring back another 1,000 Muslims and then attack. And always sneakily do something. They won't, even if they come back with their 1,000 other Muslims, they won't attack you to your face. They'll go up behind you or pretend to be friendly with you and friendly to you and stuff, and then they'll attack you. So they're always doing things in a sneaky way because they're weak.
Surah 9:5, you know, waiting for us in ambush.
Yeah. Yeah, waiting for us in ambush in the bushes.
Cowards. They are cowards. It's just anyway. I don't want to get off on a tangent, but it's just. I mean, yeah. Again, the good book talks about how those that live in the darkness, versus compared to those that live in the light. Islam, that's yet another example of how they live in the darkness. They're just
Yeah.
full of deceit,
Yeah.
and as we saw in quote unquote Palestine, the whole tunnels thing, investing all their funds on tunnels and hiding in tunnels like rats after they went out to slaughter women and children and civilians and innocents, and even people that were at their border celebrating them and offering peace. They went and slaughtered them too. They were the first that got slaughtered. I mean, those liberals, liberals or libtards or left, whatever you want to call them, that go on and on for years now about solidarity with Islam, who think that making excuses for their behavior or promoting it and so on is going to somehow save them. They have no idea. It's my understanding it is these infidels, these ones that don't believe God at all, that are completely off the reservation. They're the ones that they target the first. I mean, Muslims will hang out at nightclubs and start attacking people at random, right? So,
yeah. They'll go to the nightclubs and attack them there. So it's those ones who are accepting of the Muslims who will end up getting attacked.
Yeah.
They obviously attack churches and things too, but I think they have more fear of Christianity. Like they know that, the demons are afraid of Christianity. The Muslim Muhammadan demons are afraid of Christianity.
Well said.
Okay.
The interesting thing is regarding the liberals and stuff, I don't like using that term because they're not believing in liberalism or anything anyway. But regarding the politicians, these Muslim politicians and these so-called leftist politicians, there's one in the US. I'm sure you all have heard of her, Ilhan Omar, right?
Ilhan Omar, yes.
Woman, a day or so ago, I watched a speech of her speaking in Somali, and there'd been translators, so the Somali translators translated into English, right? And she is just such an extremely nationalistic, Muhammadan nationalistic as well woman, and yet you would think this woman, she's a leftist, they're against nationalism completely, or something, but a lot of the leftists are nationalists in their own ways, but this woman takes it to a different degree. She's like a Nazi, but combines her Nazism with Islam, makes it an Islamic Nazism, and much more arrogant, frankly. It's an insult, frankly, even to the Nazis to call Ilhan Omar a Nazi, because her and the Somalis who are clapping for her, they believe in such extreme beliefs, in terms of their Somali nationalism. They think that essentially the Somalis are just such great people that, from what she was saying, and they were all clapping her on and agreeing with her, that they should convince all of the politicians in the West to go to war, or to at least fund the Somali government to go to war against all of the surrounding countries, the neighboring countries to Somalia, so that Somalia can take parts of Ethiopia and take the whole of Djibouti, take Somaliland completely, take Kenya, take Eritrea, maybe not Eritrea, but take all the surrounding countries, the neighboring countries, Ethiopia, Kenya, Djibouti, Somaliland, like that.
They believe in taking every country, my brother. They believe in taking every country to be Muslims.
Yeah, exactly what they were saying. Exactly what she was saying.
They're hoping on taking Europe and USA very soon.
Yeah, publicly saying that in Somali, and saying that they need to support Muslims and be against the non-Muslims. It's just shocking that they can be saying these sorts of things as politicians. As she's not an MP. What do they call it? They're congresswoman for Minnesota.
Yeah. Let me read for you the hadith. I found it. It's it is tafsir al-ayat al-duha verse 6 and روى أنه قال أبو طالب يوما لأخيه العباس. The Abu Talib said to his brother the Abbas, ألا أخبرك عن محمد بما رأيت منه? Don't I tell you about Muhammad, of what I saw out of him? فقال بلى. He said yes. فقال إني ضممته إلي فكيف لا أفارقه ساعة من الليل ولا النهار. I cuddled him to me and I didn't leave him neither one night during neither an hour, not even an hour during the night or the day. ولا أتمنى عليه أحد حتى إني كنت أنومه في فراشي. And I didn't wish anybody else than him. I was even make him sleep in my bed, on my mattress, in my bed. فأمرته ليلى أن يخلع ثيابه وينام معي. I ordered him one night to take off his clothes and sleep with me. فرأيت الكراهية في وجهه لكنه كره أن يخالفني. I saw that he didn't like it, but he didn't like
The
that
hatred.
to
The hatred.
disobey me. Yeah, to disobey me. وقال, and he said, يا عماه اصرف وجهك عني حتى أخلع ثيابي إذ لا ينبغي لأحد أن ينظر إلى جسدي. He said, oh uncle, turn your face away from me until I take off my clothes, or change my clothes, take off my clothes, as nobody should see my body. فتعجبت. So he wondered, he was astonished من قوله, from what he said. وصرفت بصري, and I turned my eyesight حتى دخل الفراش, until he entered the bed. فلما دخلت معه, and when I entered with him, إذ بيني وبينه ثوب, and until between me and him like a dress, like basically nothing, and nobody wearing a dress, but they said like a dress. Yeah. والله ما أدخلته فراشي فإذا هو في غاية اللين وطيب الرائحة كأنه غمس في المسك. And he was by Allah that I entered him in my bed, but he was very soft, and he smelled like as he'd been dipped in musk. فجهدت لأنظر إلى جسده, and I tried hard to look at his body. فما كنت أرى شيئا كثيرا, but I wasn't able to see much. It's dark. ما كنت أفتقده من فراشي. He was sometimes looking at him in his bed. فإذا قمت لأطلبه, and when I used to get up to look for him, calling him, ناداني, used to call him, ها أنا يا عم فرجع, here I am, oh uncle, go back. So he's coming back to him for another return. for another. لقد كنت كثيرا ما أسمع منه كلاما يعجبني وذلك عند مضي الليل. I used to hear from him a lot of good words, and that's when the night during the night passing, you know. كنا لا نسمي على الطعام والشراب ولا نحمده. We don't use to say like بسم الله, like bless on the food or drink or anything. كان يقول في أول الطعام بسم الله الأحد. He used to say by Allah, the only one. فإذا, how come he was a little 7 years old and he was pagan. فرغ من طعامه, and when he used to finish from his food, he used to say الحمد لله. فتعجبت منه. I was astonished by him. ثم لم أرى منه كذبة, and I didn't see out of him even one lie. How come he didn't lie? He was being effed night and days, as he said at the beginning. ولا ضحكا, neither even he was smiling. He was effed backward somehow. maybe even from top and bottom. Who knows? لا جهالة جاهلية ولا وقوف. I don't want to read the rest, the beginning. مع صبيان يلعبون, with kids playing. So the guy was effing his so-called his son, the brother's son. He wasn't his brother's son though, but they threw him on him. and he was effing him at every day and night, as he said. He wasn't leaving him day and night, and he was asking him to take off his clothes. He was very smooth. He was 7 years old. He was very smooth, still young, and he smelled like he was dipped in a musk until later on he start to shower or have a bath in in بئر بضاعة. Then the smell changed. And he became filthy thing. What do you think, guys?
I've got a
I
lot to
think it's
say on this, but
disgusting.
go ahead, please go, Linda, because I'm emotional right now.
No, I mean, I think it's disgusting, you know? It's just nasty. But this was done by many of them back then in those days, the Quraysheen and, and Muslims. I mean, it's still, back then, at least they were, like where you could call dumb or something. But today, they still do the same thing. They find it normal.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, Lewis, do you have something to say before I go on one of my long rants?
Yeah, all I'll say is just that it's obvious that this whole society that Islam is built in and built on is a homosexual, or at least a sodomite society, a society that engages in every sort of physically impure sin, and that they found that sort of thing normal, that they would allow an uncle to abuse, and he might not even be his like actual uncle, but this guy who's taking care of him is also doing all sorts of things that are the opposite of taking care. And so, it's clear that Islam is built in that society. And you can say that Muhammad was a victim, but then he became the guy who did that. So
I think
he turned that into a religion. He turned this weird, how do I say, this impure society, physically impure, sexually impure society. He turned that into a religion that spread everywhere.
But I think this is where it came, the saying, scratch my back, I will do yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, I gotta say, I'm really impressed how you um are able to keep things light and these kinds of subjects and joke about it. Like I admire that. I sometimes struggle with that myself. I'm trying to learn how to do that, but it's just hard to hear these things and not get emotional, especially for some of us. Um, I thought about whether or not I would share one of my experiences with you guys about how this I don't what label do we use here? This wretched queer had once told me this joke, and I was going to share that with you guys, but I've decided to not do that because that joke scarred me for life, and I don't want to scar you for life. But I mean, that's the reality of it. Just mere words can scar people for life when it is this evil. And the images that they're bombarding us with this again, forgive me for my soapbox here, but I have to mention also mass media and what it's subjecting us to and what it's normalizing, as I say, normalizing, and how that's scarring for people. Um, yeah. But to get off of this emotional rant for a second, let me share. Let's compare this to what Christ says, and we all know this. Everybody, I bet right now, as soon as I said Christ, I bet you already know where I'm going to go with this.
But can
And
you
that
can you compare? I wouldn't. It's disgusting.
contrast. You're right. Contrast.
Yeah,
Contrast that.
because I can't do like comparison with Christ. It's totally
You're
Yeah,
absolutely right.
contrast.
unacceptable.
Contrast is the right word.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so and again, I know you guys already know I'm going to go here, but this is a Matthew 18. May I read this?
Please go ahead.
Okay. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And this is a follower is asking Jesus this. And Jesus called a little child unto him and set him in the midst of them and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Now that's pretty graphic. Now Jesus doesn't really speak like this, but he he was very unfiltered in this little section here. I mean, he made it very clear how he feels about that. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom that offense cometh. I think this is part that these Muslims are overlooking. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off, cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into everlasting fire. And I imagine this audience is not thinking, or 2 right hands or whatever, right? Like Allah. Yeah, so it goes on. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. It is better for thee to enter life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes be cast into hellfire. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones. For I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Okay, so there's a lot to unwrap there, but clearly I'm going to take this discussion now back to the Baal worship. And many have spoken, even Christian Prince has addressed this, how Islam has those pagan roots. It's evident. You'll know them by their fruits, right? So by their fruits, they are, I mean, this thing is looking at a young boy and seeing a sex object in that. There's something extremely evil. That's beyond bad wiring, as the modern scientists put it these days. There's something beyond psychosis there. There's something purely evil, and to want to defile a child in that way, it's just very, very, I mean, evil. There's no other way to say it. It's absolute baptism worship. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's also certainly nothing that, as you said, nothing that is genetic or in the DNA of these homosexuals and these sodomites and these I don't know if I should, maybe I need to avoid saying that, but the PDF files. There's definitely something that's completely demonic about it. It's not genetic; it's demonic.
Yeah.
May I jump on that comment? And
Please.
I'm glad you put it that way, Lewis, because yeah, again, forgive me for keep taking it to media, but this is the biggest, most influential thing in our lives. Our lives today is media. It's horrendous that they're not only empowering, or they're not even allowing, they're empowering, not even that, but they're encouraging, directing people to engage in this purely evil, absolutely evil behavior. The worst thing you can do, as Jesus Christ illustrated very graphically, is to defile children. But yet mass media is directing that and penalizing us if we speak the truth about it. If we say pedophile or pedophilia, that is offensive to you, boob. There is something purely evil about you, boob, about, Twitter, about all these socialist, www mega conglomerates. People, we need to stop doing their will. We need to stop abiding by their rules and playing games, because when we do that, we become them. Forgive me for preaching, but it's absolutely necessary that we stop this. First, we're going to stop policing ourselves, and we need to hold them accountable. Put their feet to the fire. There's no reason there's no good reason that we are right now currently allowing these demonic, these ball-loving sodomites. Well, good word, Lewis. Sodomites to get away with what they're doing. These companies need to be held accountable. They need to be shut down. They need to be restructured. Those that are doing this directly need to be held accountable and imprisoned. And it's up to us to do it because our governments are not doing it. We need to hold all of them accountable. And we're having some progress. For those that are not aware, there has been a recent movement. Of course, the Muslims try to hijack that too. And mass media all of a sudden ignored the Christians and try to credit the Muslims for this. But there was all these parents that are going to school meetings, the school board meetings, and pushing back. And they had some success. We need to keep doing it, not just do a little bit and then back off. Forget about it. Please, I beg you, get active, please. If not you, who? If not now, when?
Okay, now we'll start with the hadith. Sorry for that, but we have to go back. We start to the hadith which our sister Linda said about earlier on. Would you like to read it, sister?
I can't even see it that well.
All right, I will
مش
read.
قادرة أشوفه على التليفون تبع الإيد أنا. اقرا أنت.
ايه يلا انا بقرا روى الطبراني في معجم الكبير. The Tabarani was making his own story. He's making story in the big dictionary, as معجم is big dictionary and Kabir is big. Number 7264. من حديث محمد بن سلمة, from the hadith of from the basically the hadith, it's a story or telling whatever he said of Muhammad bin Salama and al-Hakim and الحاكم في المستدرك, and this is the number. في من حديث يونس بن كبير, from the hadith of Yunus bin بكير what a names. كلاهما عن ابن إسحاق. So basically both of them from Ibn Ishaq. So قال at the end it's from Ibn Utbah, from Ibn Abbas حبر الأمة. Then مضى رسول الله وأصحابه عام الفتح, on the year of al-Fatah, the opening, when they open those they start killing and taking slaves and everything. They call it عام الفتح, the year of al-Fatah opening. He went and he went down into Zahran. مر الزهران في 10,000 من المسلمين. So he went down like by 10,000 of the Muslims. فسبعت سليم وألفت مزينة في كل القبائل عدة وإسلام. So basically they became like a lot of Muslims and stuff like that under the sword, of course, definitely. وأعب مع رسول الله المهاجرون والأنصار. So they came with him, the muhajirun and the ansar, and the one who immigrated marched with him. فلم يتخلف منهم أحد. No one out of them stayed back. وقد عميت الأخبار على قريش, and no news I think came back to قريش. على قريش عميت, that's mean like blinded. فلا يأتيهم خبر رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا يدرون ما هو صانع. So they don't know what he's doing and what he is doing. وكان أبو سفيان بن حارس وعبد الله بن أبي أمية بن المغيرة. So this Abu Sufyan bin al-Haris and Abdullah bin Umayyah bin al-Mughira, they were قد لقيا رسول الله وفي العقاب, ثني العقاب, nearby the عقاب. They met him near the area called al-Iqabi. وفيما بين مكة والمدينة, it is between Mecca and Medina. فالتمسا الدخول عليه. So they didn't meet him yet, but they asked to enter on him. So they came near and they asked to enter on him. فكلمته سلمة. سلمة, the his auntie, told him that they came. Oh, Rasulullah, your cousin, the son, parental uncle, from his father, and parental cousin is here, and the one from your auntie as well, from your as well is here. Both of them, both cousins are here, and the third one is Suhruka. Suhruka is like he's the marrying his sister or somewhere, and from somehow he is marrying someone of relatives. Suhruka. So the Suhr is the one who got married with a relative, or married to a sister, or married to his daughter. So this is what they call it, Suhruka in Arabic. فقال لا حاجة لي فيهما. No need for me in them. He answered, no need for me in them. But my cousin, Ibn Ammi, my parental cousin, فهتك عرضي. He effed me. My uncle, my cousin violate my honor. He effed me basically. وأما ابن عمتي وصهري فهو الذي قال لي بمكة ما قال. And the cousins that who from his auntie from his father side, and my brother-in-law, they said to me in Mecca what they said. So basically they swear to him, and they said to him whatever they said, bad things about him. So basically his cousin, he hataka ardahu, that's mean he effed him, and it's translated in Google very well, violated him, violated his honor, and that's mean he effed him. Very good translation. فلما خرج الخبر إليهما, when the news went out to them مع أبي سفيان بن الحارث, with أبي سفيان بن الحارث, فقال والله ليأذن رسول الله. I don't know. They said, by Allah, let the Prophet of Allah, let us basically go in. ولا أخذن بيد ابن هذا ثم لنذهب في الأرض حتى نموت. So basically, if he doesn't let us go in, we'll take those people and we'll go in the land until we die, but basically out of hunger and no food. Basically, they have no food nor water, out of thirst and hunger. فلما بلغ ذلك رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم رق لهما. When he reached that reached to the Prophet, he رق لهما, that's mean he felt sorry for them, he had mercy on them. ثم أذن لهما, and he let them come in. فدخلا وأسلما. Then because of food and hunger and that, دخلا وأسلما, they entered and they became Muslims. Greeted each other, no, aslama, that's mean they became Muslims just because they received food. And so basically aslama, maybe they didn't aslama, maybe they became Muslims or not, we don't need to care about that. All what we care about, that the Prophet being effed by his cousin as well. So what do you think, guys?
Nothing new for Muhammad.
I'm just laughing because nobody wants to touch her with a 10-foot pole, it looks like.
Yeah, it's this yeah. Hey, he got, he got ridden. He got, I don't know, he had relationship.
Did you say ridden? Did you say ridden?
تركب مركوب.
All that is ridden, but you remind me of the ridden story of the Zut.
Yeah, man, هيك عم بقول.
Yeah, I was immediately reminded of Azut as well.
Yeah. Therefore, you will have Azut.
May I ask, so it was his first cousin who was riding him, who was let's say screwing him. I know it's a little bit rude, but who was screwing him.
Yes.
His first cousin.
Yes.
Oh, so uncle, first cousin. Blimey.
And here
I
we
mean,
have
really, nobody knows his family. You know, we're just saying the cousins,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
they pretended it to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
the story about Azzut is very funny and nice. Why funny? Why funny? Apart from it being effed by vast amount of people, and the one who translate the thing, and they did the tafsir. They said قوم من الزط. It's like 1,000, 1,500 people. I saw
Yeah.
that. So قوم من الزط is like a big tribe.
Like a big
قوم
legion,
من
yeah.
الزط. Yeah, big tribe came and effed him. So
1,000.
yes, that 1,500. This is a tafsir. Now,
Damn.
yes, so his ass was wide.
And then what did he do after? Whose lap did he go on, Amir?
It was Ibn Mas'ud, Abdullah ibn
Yeah, he
Mas'ud,
went on his lap or between his legs or something.
on his lap, and he was يتأوه.
Yeah, he was in pain. Ow!
موجوع
Whose lap
موجوع.
was it?
Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, كاتب القرآن,
Yes,
the one who memorized the Quran most, the one who said take the Quran from 104, and this is 104.
Yes.
The funny thing I want to say about why he came on his legs to be effed, to be ridden.
Yep.
Yeah. And
The
did it
second
multiple
thing,
times.
why he made a circle for Ibn Mas'ud to be in, not to be ridden with him, to be aside. No, all of them for me. Mine, pick me. Why?
And if they say that it was done against his will, well, why was he protecting Ibn al-Masud? Why is he protecting Ibn Masud when he could also protect himself with the circle? But he doesn't want to be protected. He wants the Azut Azut to be. He wanted
Right.
Azut to rape him. Yeah.
So yeah. No, but no,
No,
he
not
didn't.
rape. Right. Yes.
He didn't need. He didn't need to come to the area anyway.
Yes.
استبعثني رسول الله. The Prophet of Allah sent after me. He brought me. You know, he sent after me to go with him.
Yeah, going to the Sodomite club.
استبعثني, it means, look, send me a message.
Yeah.
So he sent him a message to come with him. So it's not easy. Like he wasn't even with him, the guy. He didn't tell him, oh, let's go. No, he sent after him. Come. He needs good witness.
Yeah.
So استبعثني رسول الله, SAWFM, وقال فانطلقنا, and they went, and then he did for to place كذا وكذا, to place such and such. Why in the whole thing, yeah, in the Quran, in the Hadith, and everything, there is no exact place. It is always such and such.
Such and such.
or let's say in the story in Maryam, مكان شرقية, eastern place.
Yeah.
Where is the hell is that?
Which one?
So why there is no location, no date, nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to this stuff. I just had a thought. I'm a little worried that Hollywood is going to hear this stuff and go, "Oh, wow, this sounds great. Let's do a movie about this. Let's promote this. Push it that way." I mean,
they will make him holy, full of holes.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what they would do is they'll try to make it a Christian figure. So they'll say, oh, it wasn't Muhammad who did it. They'll take this exact story and then they'll throw it onto a saint or something like that and say, God forbid, they'll throw it onto our Lord Jesus Christ. And then they'll try to make it like that. That's what they do. When the homosexuality and all the sexual deviancy and sexual immorality is in Islam, they don't look to Islam.
You know why? Why? Because they don't dare to speak about anything in Islam, and neither about Jews or anything else, but they don't care about Christianity because we don't
They hate
answer, we don't tell them
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, they hate Christianity.
That's one of the things that kind of I really hate when this generalization of the quote unquote the South, which is not only hypocritical, but it's exactly why they do it. They're attacking the Bible Belt. The South is known as the Bible Belt, while over the dumb religious people live. Um, and yeah, that is why they created that trope, that the straw man to attack Christianity. It's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But here we
So
have Islam.
yeah,
You know, the South is portrayed full of these rednecks, hillbillies, hicks, which is okay to say, of course. You know, you're encouraged to do that. But here we have Islam that's engaging in this behavior. It's documented,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah,
not a peep.
yeah, yeah. Like in terms of they are literally extremely incestuous. Their own prophet was, on one hand, these are not even his relatives, but they claim that it's his grandsons and his cousins and his uncles, and he is engaging in all sorts of homosexuality and all sorts of horrible stuff with them. And yet they'll say, oh, it's people in the South or whatever who are incestuous.
Mhm.
yeah.
I've got a little skit. Forgive me. I'm plugging again, but um, I'm kind of sort of proud of it, even though I didn't spend enough time on the editing, so the graphics aren't great. So I apologize for that. But I did a little skit on Zainab, which you guys might be interested in on this topic. Actually, in fact, I'll share the link with you so you can, if you want, Amir. No, I'm putting in a spot. But
Okay.
anyway, just so the audience can have access to it if they want, you can share it.
About
It's
Zainab?
kind of about Zainab, yeah, in the context of this conversation about how the South is portrayed and the reality of Islam
Sure.
and that type of thing.
Give me a minute. Let me read this hadith and then we'll. It's not long, and
Yeah.
then we'll go for it. Yeah.
Oh, you want me to share it now? Okay.
No, if you want, if you want later on, it doesn't matter. Whenever you want,
Yeah, that's
or
a
if you
good
want
idea.
another time, your choice. I have
Mhm.
no problems. So when he went to such and such the prophet, he made for him a line like circle line like a pagans, and he told for him stay behind these lines between the basically in the middle, and don't go out of it. So if you go out of it, halaked, you die. قال
Magic.
فكنت فيها. Yeah, it's a magic. It's magic. They won't enter. It's like ants. They will go around the line. فكنت فيها وقال مضى رسول الله. I stayed in it, and what they call it, the delivery boy left. Rasul, it's delivery boy. It's like it mean delivery boy. Uh, and he went حذفة. حذفة is like a bit, like just nearby. أو أبعد شيئًا, or a little bit further, like a حذفة is like a stone throw, or a little bit further. Uh, and there is like a people like ثم قال إنه ذكر إنه كأنهم الظل. So basically he saw هنينا, he saw a little bit, and then he saw كأنهم الظل هنينا. He saw people, black people. وقال black people, yeah, الزط, it's black people, African, because they used to import them. That they used to take a lot of what they call them, slaves.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, how come black people they will go to the Arabian thing?
Yeah.
أو كما قال عفان إن شاء الله ليس عليهم ثياب. There were no clothes on them. Have no clothes on. I don't know if you can see it yet. Have no clothes on. And ولا أرى سوآتهم, but he didn't see their private parts. But they were tall, slim. فأتوا وجعلوا يركبون رسول الله. What the hell with this website? So, and they came and they start riding the messenger of Allah. May Allah grant him all those pieces.
Hmm.
اركب اركب يا محبوب، اركب اركب مش قادر اتوب.
Yeah.
So these are like 1,000 tall, lean, slim, black slaves, and Muhammad is being ridden by them. This 1,500 or big number of them.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
yes, vast amount of them been riding him all night long, all night long, all night long.
It's so funny that they also say Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and forgive me for saying that, but it's so funny that they say that right after they say that these Azut are now riding Muhammad.
It is excellent to say that after being saying that he's
Yeah.
been ridden. After we've been ridden, to say that it's a bless for us. It's and he said in here, وَجَعَلَ نَبِيُّ اللَّهِ, and then the prophet of Allah what started يقرأ عليهم, he start reading on them.
He was breathing on them.
Yeah, and they say he's illiterate. He was-
He was reading. He was reading whilst they were riding him.
Yeah, they were doing him from the back, and he was doing for them Quran. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an
Oh,
la
Lord have mercy.
ilaha illallah. Like that. You see, every time something come inside him, he say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, because it's bigger than the one before. Allahu Akbar. You know, because each one bigger than the other one, you know, entering him. And then he say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
You know, on this note, I got to go back to the conversation earlier. Someone mentioned Andrew Tate. I got to wonder, any takers on whether or not Andrew Tate was enjoying his time in prison?
He was ridden by 1,000 people. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Oh, boy.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. And in here, after that, after doing him all night long, he came tired, ثقيلا, heavy, tired, heavy, وجعا, very in pain.
In pain, yeah.
In pain. مما ركبوه, from what وجعا مما ركبوه, from what they ridden him. Pain from what they rode.
From riding him.
The translation is wrong in here. So
Mhm.
from riding him, that he's tired from riding him. And then he came and he slept on his he put his head في حجري, on his lap.
On his lap, yeah.
On his lap.
On his own lap.
No,
on
on
Mas'ud's lap.
Oh, Ibn Masud's lap. Yeah, that makes sense. So he put his head in Ibn Masud's lap.
Yes.
When he
And
was
Ibn
tired
Mas'ud,
and pain, having lots of pain in his body, inside his body.
yes, the pain in his ass, basically. They were riding him.
Yeah.
It was
This
more
is after the Muslims have cleaned up everything. So yes, it does probably say arse, the original version. It probably said arse, and then the Muslims cleaned it up a little bit, and then it now just says they were sexually riding him. But what does riding mean, you know?
Excuse me.
you have some Muslims, when you mention that to them, they say, "Oh no, they were like, they were riding his back." That's what makes me
Naked
laugh when
men.
they say that. Seriously,
I will
when they
accept
say that, it
that.
makes me laugh.
All
I
of
will
these
accept
naked men.
that as well. And I tell you something. I will accept that as well. That 1,500 black person making him a donkey and riding him as a donkey. I will accept that. He's a donkey. He's the best donkey for the Alameen.
Hmm.
So I've got to ask, after this experience, is this when did he love blacks after this, or is this when he started writing stuff like Raisinhead and all that other stuff?
He loved
He
them. I
seems
tell
to have
you.
enjoyed them, yeah. Enjoyed the experiences.
Yeah. Someone also mentioned earlier about now this stuff is historical. But does this stuff not continue to this day? And like, for example, Bachibazi.
Staying till today, all of them, they're even their sheikhs, they are doing that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Their sheikhs, they are getting ridden and riding and ridden.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? No jokes with them in that. It's from Sunnah, from their Rasul. They
Yeah.
have to do it.
You
Yeah.
see Mimi hijab, taking his shirt off, wearing pink, that's all sunnah. Shaving
Silly.
his body.
Yeah, silly how he shaved before, just one night before, to be fresh.
Yeah, the interesting thing is they try to pretend that the people that are the most sexually, how do I say, like enslaved to sin, the most sexually sinful, they pretend that those are the ones that are not. So they'll take the homosexuals and say, oh no, these guys appreciate monogamy and they respect, just they just want one partner, but they'll try to say husband or something. These guys, they really want to just be together in one relationship, which is the opposite. Firstly, that would be wrong, but secondly, it's the opposite. Those guys are with every sort of person. They are with children all the time, boys and girls. These homosexuals will rape boys and girls. And the Muslims, it's the same thing, where these Muslims are engaging in all of those same sexual sins, and other pagans as well, Hindus, etc. But we're focusing on Muslims now. So the Muslims will engage in all of the sexual sins, and yet they'll pretend, the media will pretend that it's the Muslims are like strict when it comes to sexual like, how do I say, like can you guys fill in the word, like their sexual like they pretend it's strict, like they have these strict values.
Oh,
Yes.
deviancy? Is that what you're looking for? or
Yeah,
something
I mean
more?
that's one word. I can't think of the words now, but they pretend that
Depravity.
yeah. The Muslims are certainly sexually depraved, but the media pretends that they're the ones who have these strict moral values, conservative
They're
values.
virtuous, right?
Now,
Yeah.
now
They're
what?
so strict and against. People can't just sleep around, but actually the Muslims are sleeping around, and that's their religion.
And they're
Now, what do
polygamous.
you think about
Sorry.
him with kids? About Muhammad with kids, let's say.
Sucking the tongue of Hassan, Al Hussein, Fatima.
As long as you mention it, I will go for it.
I'm sure he did it with Aisha as well.
Yeah, all acceptable, all acceptable. I will start for you by Al Hassan if you want. You said Al Hassan, we'll go for Al
Yeah, I
Hassan.
mentioned Al Hassan.
Because if anyone would like any reference, just say, and I will put it for you in the thing.
Yeah. After this, I would like, maybe if I share that video that we mentioned, you could key up the cross dressing Muhammad did, if you don't have that already ready to go.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
How Muhammad was the original transvestite.
He would
With-
wear
with-
Aisha's clothes. He would wear
Right.
Aisha's clothing whenever he wanted to prophesy anything, or
Right.
falsely prophesy anything. Pretend
Yeah.
to prophesy.
Yeah, we're going for that too. No worries. I have all that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have all that ready for you. No worries. So
The original
I mean,
Mrs.
it's like I got
Doubtfire.
it all. I got it all here. Don't you worry about it.
yeah. So we have in here from At-Tabarani himself. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, and here they said on top. Alhamdulillah about what?
Not what does what,
Yeah, go ahead.
forgive me for interrupting. I was just curious. What does that mean? Hamdulillah.
Ham is pork, and lillah is
Yeah.
for that something called.
Yeah, that's it.
It's porky pork.
Yeah.
Supposedly, it means praise be to Allah, but
Yeah.
Yeah, praise to Allah.
Okay.
But pay attention. Look, Lillah. There is
Yeah,
no alif.
lillah.
There is no alif. So
Yeah,
basically, le is for. La is the actual name.
yes,
And le is for Allah. In Arabic, lil la for Allah, for basically
yeah,
for Allah. The actual name is not Allah.
yeah,
Allah is added two letters to it because it is la. If you Google Allah and they will give you the actual thing, they will tell you we added to it alif and lam, and we removed the hamza. It has hamza on top of the alif, so they removed it, and then they added on it shadda on the lam, and they put this dagger on top of it just to make it like a crown. It's nothing
mm,
else, to make like a crownish stuff.
yeah,
Lillah. They'll make it like they will make sound,
yeah,
awful sounds. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like they say Allah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So the actual name is La. That's
That sounds
from here. From here you can know it is actually it is La only.
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
So it's Allah. That sounds so gay. I'm sorry.
Yes, they spit it out, like you see La.
yeah,
Yeah, they spit
yeah.
it out. Yeah,
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's different to if a Christian says Allah, the difference is we'll call our God by all sorts of names. We don't stick with just one, whereas Muslims only call him Lah or Allah. It's only those two. Either the full one is God Lah, or the shorter version just Lah, his name, Lah. So it's different to when, as Christians, when we say Allah or Allah or any sort of other name, we use our titles and names of God, all of them. It's not like God has one that we just only use that. Whereas the Muslims have that one because that's the name, the only name of their God. The only real proper name of their God is Lah.
yeah. Exactly. The rest are just additions. No, they don't even need them. So أخرجه الطبراني.
And you know this, they are hypocritical at the same time. So they'll say Allah, call him Allah, or call him Al-Rahim or Al-Rahman.
Yeah, all good names because Muhammad said that when they
Yeah,
told him, now you are taking the name of from Musaylama, and
yeah,
they told him all the good names are for Allah. So they
yeah,
are all liars like Muhammad.
yeah,
So in here it's from Tabarani, from Al-Mu'jam al-Kabir, from the big dictionary, that it's from Abi ad-Dunya, from the father Ibn Abi Dunya, the son of the father of the Dunya, the word, the father of the word.
the
في
world. Yeah,
العيان. Yeah. والضياء في المختارة. الضياء في المختارة, like the light in the selected somehow. From ابن عدي في I don't know too much word, from طريق جرير عن قاموس, from the as well the dictionary of Abi Dhabian, as well as they do dictionaries. From Ibn Abbas, the best thing is go to Ibn Abbas immediately
yeah.
عن yeah, yeah. That
From.
I saw the Prophet of Allah, peace be upon him, faraja, like he opened the legs of
Yeah,
yeah, faraja ma bayna, like he cleared out ma bayna fakhday al-Husayn, whatever between the legs, the legs of al-Husayn, وقبل زبيبته, and he kissed his Zabiba, reason in it. Zabibata, that is woolly, basically. He kissed
seriously,
it. Yeah,
is that what that word the Google Translate said raisin, but that word literally means willy.
yeah,
Oh,
Zabibata,
Yeah.
because
so
it's
can you be serious, Linda? So this literally means that Muhammad opened Al Hassan's legs and kissed his thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
My oh my.
you
This
know
is
why they
shocking.
call it, you know what they call it, Zabibatahu. You know
And this
why?
is on a major website, islamqa.info. This is their website.
Because first they are lying. Second, because he was a little kid. The little kid, they will change the name of the Willie to be Pigeon, or it will be Zabiba, or it will be something.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, so we'll make it for him like a funny, tricky thing like that. He will not be,
Pigeon.
yeah, pigeon,
Oh,
حمامة.
so
Fit
so
it, fit it.
the Muslims are
What?
lying in their translation already. Even or not, yeah, not in their translation. In the version that they put there, they are already lying with the wording, even though it's in Arabic.
Yes.
Okay, so even in Arabic they lie to you. I mean, there's just no way that you can ever get just straightforward answers from these people.
Yeah,
But I
yeah, yeah.
understand. Yeah, I understand. So they tried to make it like a willy, but it was probably originally very direct. It wasn't like anything indirect the way they've made it now. It was probably very direct the first time that it was coming out. Like meaning the story literally meant that Muhammad opened his legs, and it wasn't just the raisin willy. It was, the P word.
It
He
is.
yeah, yeah.
Look, in here he came from another place, and فجاء الحسن فأقبل ويتمرمغ عليه. So كنا عند, we were at the prophet, yeah, and Al-Hasan came to him, yeah. فرفع قميصه, he lifted up his shirt and he start kissing his willy.
Really, again.
Yeah, this is different hadith. He was in
Oh,
different
different
place.
hadith. So it doesn't mean it's a second time, but
No,
it
this is
might be.
from Sunan al-Kubra for Al-Bayhaqi. This is from Sunan al-Kubra for Al-Bayhaqi. No, this is the second time, because the
Oh,
first
second
time, yeah, because it's the first time it was different place, and here is
Oh,
now. Earlier on he said he opened his legs and he did that for him. Now
yeah,
the Hassan came to him. You see, that is different timing. The
yeah,
Hassan came to him in this time because he
yeah,
was sitting and the Hassan came, so he couldn't let it go like that. He
yeah. So
lifted.
first time he went to Al Hassan, and then this time Al Hassan went to him and lifted up his shirt, or not
Yeah,
shirt. It means his whole clothing, all of his clothes,
but
and
there is
then
no clothes. It was only shirt, long shirt, like until to
yeah, yeah,
the,
the
the
thought,
knee. Muhammad never had more than one shirt. Never had thing,
yeah.
and no underclothing like
Yeah, so just a long shirt, essentially. The thobe is just a long shirt, and he lifted up his shirt, his long shirt, and then
yeah,
Muhammad kissed him again, opened his legs, and kissed him on his willy again.
yeah. You see, he did never had boxer.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, kind of, sort of, is I was nervous or scared to share my that joke that guy told me that scarred me for life. I don't want to share with the audience because I don't want to be scarring. But listen to this. I'm being scarred for life again. Like what's going on? I don't know. Speaking of fruits, kissing a raisin. I mean, yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
And on the website, are they agreeing that this stuff happened? Because obviously it happened. This is their books. These are their books. It's probably their biggest books. But are they denying it, or are they accepting this is in their books? It's 100% a part of their religion.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you repeat?
Are they accepting that this is a part of their religion, that these are their biggest books, and that
Yeah,
therefore they have to accept
but
it?
to lie, they are trying to say this is da'if, this is the good, this is not
Oh,
good.
so they're
Yeah.
lying about it.
They are
Okay.
lying about it now.
It's a
But you can go to their own books properly on the hard
Yeah.
book, and then
Yeah.
you'll find them all proper. You will never
Yeah.
find them da'if.
Yeah.
And here, let's say he said that he came to Al Hussein, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's kissing his between his private part, and he said لعن الله قاتلك, and to make that Muawiyah, to hit Muawiyah. He said what they call it, لعنة, that's mean damn or something, for whoever kill you. He's predicting killing him before even he was a little kid. Like لعن الله قاتلك, like damn who will kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that لعن Allah, that means Allah damned you.
Allah damn the one who kill you.
Yeah. May
Yeah,
God, may Allah damn the one who kill you. Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he's still a little kid.
All right. So yeah, but did
Yeah.
the guy end up getting killed?
Yes, by Muawiyah.
Here's the thing: is their ahadith are all false, so they come up
Yeah.
with the stuff much after. So the true story might have just included Muhammad opening up the legs of Al Hussein and then
Yeah.
kissing him on his willy, but
Uh,
they'll change it afterwards, after 300 years or 400 or 500 years, and then say, and he predicted that there would be a death. You know, may
no,
Allah damn the person.
I will add on that. It wouldn't be maybe kiss. It could be using it as a lollipop.
Yeah.
All right. Goodness
And,
gracious.
and these are not
No,
this
just
is not his real grandson as well.
yeah, but he's not a
This guy's
grandson because she wasn't his daughter anyway.
Yeah.
So Fatima
And
wasn't
he
his
abused
daughter anyway.
Fatima as well.
So yeah, I'm going to that as well. I'm going to show you that.
So are they
So
saying that this is a metaphor, like kissing the raisin? He was just kissing the fruit of a child. Speaking of fruit, after this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to look at California raisins in the same way.
you don't think about the raisins.
Raisin anyway is just them cleaning it up. They're
And
already
you-
trying to clean it up. It's Willy, and it maybe even before was even more explicit.
Yeah, it is here now from Jabir. He said, "O Rasulullah, O Muhammad, وَمَنْ قَاتِلُهُ, and who is the one who will kill him?" You know, and he said, رَجُلٌ من أمتي يبغض عترتي. A man, he said, a man from my people who hate basically he hate him. He hate the one who come after him. لا يناله شفاتي, شفاعتي. My shafa'ati, like my intercession won't come to him. So Muawiyah, no intercession come to Muawiyah. So I tell you something, why they don't say to Muawiyah that he's going to hell? While Muhammad in here saying he will be going to hell. Why they say peace be upon Muawiyah, and so all of them they will be bless them. May Allah bless them. Why they keep saying may Allah bless them, while Muhammad in here he will be بين أطباق النيران, between the plates of the fires.
It says that. So Muhammad is saying that Muawiyah, even though he will be the one getting killed by this this enemy who hates him, from his own people or something, it's still saying that even though Muhammad, not Muawiyah, but Al Hussein. Oh, is it Muawiyah that got killed? Sorry,
Yeah.
no, that killed Al Hussein, and then therefore Muhammad is saying that he will go to hell in the
Yes.
fire. Oh,
Yes.
okay, I see. And so they praise Al Muawiyah. They'll say he's not radiallahu anhu and all sorts of stuff like that whenever they mention it.
وأرضاه رضي الله عنه وأرضاه.
Yeah. Even though Muhammad says he's in the fire right now, or he will be very soon in the fire.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
interesting. So Muhammad said he'll be in hell for all eternity, but they still praise him.
Yeah, exactly. And there is hadith that Abu Huraira, yeah, and here actually it's here. It's in here. It's from Musnad Ahmad as well.
I always laugh whenever I hear Abu Huraira, the father of the cats.
Exactly. Meow, meow, meow. He told him what did he do? What did he do? This Abu, father of the cat. He told him, where did Muhammad kiss you? Show me. And he started do the same.
So he did it to Al Hussein as well.
Read it in English. Let's see. Let me show you. I hope it will not move a lot. Where is it?
You know, they're such evil hypocrites for denying what their religion teaches and saying, Daif, blah, 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 because these are their biggest books. What are they basing that idea that, this particular one is Daif? They're just lying. And they might say, this guy is a liar within the chain. But if you look, all of them will be proved to be liars from their own books. They all of them were calling each other liars. And
Look,
all of their stories are ridiculous. Like, where they say that Bukhari was sifting through millions of ahadith, etc. It's rubbish.
and here he's saying that he's sucking the tongue of Al Hassan.
Yeah,
bin Ali. You see?
that's what I've
But
always seen.
yeah, but where is Abu Huraira? Because Abu Huraira was doing them as well.
Interesting. I hadn't known Abu Hurairah was involved.
Uh, where is it? I have to go back to check because you know when it. Here it is. Here it is. Where we met Abu Huraira, and he said, "Show me, show me a kiss. No, it's where Muhammad kiss you. Where a kiss from where I saw the messenger of Allah, the where Muhammad were kissing him, where he was kissing him. May Allah bless him, whatever, grant him pieces and basically kissing. He said, and he said with his shirt, he said, then he kissed his navel.
Yes, yeah. I've also heard of Muhammad kissing their navels, Al Hassan and Al Hussein.
And the hadith is good.
Yeah, exactly. What book is that from? Oh,
Musnad
Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Yeah. Musnad.
Musnad Ahmad.
Yeah,
So Ahmad ibn Hanbal, yeah. Musnad Ahmad.
yeah. Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big book. I've heard of that a lot. Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal. So these are their biggest books, saying that Muhammad was kissing Al Hassan on his navel, that Abu Huraira was kissing Al Hassan on his navel. So these guys are all basically pederasts. All of them. All of them are pedophiles. Like, just being frank, they all were.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can I get
Exactly.
on a quick little rant about that?
Yeah,
I
go
just got
ahead.
a thought about how just looking at the big picture and putting it all together. Um, you know, in prison, one of the biggest things. I mean, prison's full of murderers, drug dealers. I mean, just the whole
Yeah.
nine. Just horrendous people, right? Um, or people that did horrendous things. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
This is 21st century. Anyway, so those people, one of the biggest things that they detest, two things that will get you killed in prison really quick. We all know this. One is to be a snitch. You snitch, you're dead. The other is to be a pedophile. Yeah. So, and then all the studies about how, that childhood trauma, as they put it, leads to deviant behaviors as an adult, leads to criminal behaviors. We're reading right now about the original Bachabazi, about how this did originate from Muhammad, and he was grooming and creating not only young victims and sexual deviants, but people that became malicious and hateful and evil and did all these evil acts that not only Muhammad did during his time, but that the cycle continued for generations after, for centuries after.
Yeah.
Look,
and
they
here,
were much more aggressive about it than the people had been before. I'm sure that a lot of the pagans that their ancestors, that they're descended from, were evil in the same sense. But the Muslims, the Mohammedans, were much more successful at spreading, their Saracen religion and promoting all of this PDF philia all around the place, and invading Christian countries to spread, their PDF philia. And you can see as well, your point when you're talking about all these prisoners is they are a lot less, almost like, I can't say infinitely less, but a lot less bad than the Muslims.
Yeah. Because they took it in their books. Muslims, they are studying it.
Yeah.
well equipped. And here, this Akrama, he left. He ran away from Islam, and he ran away. But then he came back to his wife. He wanted to sleep with her later on, and he asked her to do effing with her, and she told him, "No, you are not a Muslim. So you are a kafir." Exactly, she said kafir. You are kafir in here.
Mm.
I am a Muslima. فيقول أن أمرا منعك مني لأمر كبير. There is a big thing that would keep you away from me.
A big reason, yeah.
فلما رأى النبي SAWFMS was something. Yeah, and when the prophet saw him, saw عكرمة وسب إليه, he jumped to him. وما على النبي رداء, and there were no clothing on the prophet. فرحا بعكرمة. He was very happy by Ikrama because he came. He was sitting naked by everybody. She was there, the woman, and he was naked. And he used to sit in his place naked. Everybody coming in and out, and he's naked. He doesn't wear a thing. And when he saw Ikrama, he forgot to even to put anything on him. He jumped hanging on Ikrama. ثم جلس رسول الله, and then he sat down. فوقف بين يديه, and he stood up between his hand. وزوجته متنقبة, and his wife was wearing the niqab, the full tent from top to bottom, like
The ninja suit.
like a rubbish bag. Yeah, black one, maybe black. I didn't see the color. And said,
I think back then it had to have been black because they would be unable to make blue, the Muslims.
yeah,
Maybe
and
red, eh? He stole red underwears. You never know.
oh yeah. He said, "Oh Muhammad, إن هذه أخبرتني أنك, this one told me that you are أمنتني, that you gave me the basically peace, like he gave him, he wouldn't kill him basically." And he said, "Yes, you're right." And Akrama, so basically he became there, and he said, tell him to say la ilaha illallah, and you pay zakat and blah blah blah, and then he was able to f his wife after that. But by the way, he was hanged by Muhammad naked, so basically he will be doing Muhammad as well, because apparently they got used to each other before, to be naked apparently. Allah knows breasts. Don't you think so? He was naked. Look, did not wear a robe out of a joy by Ikrama.
And this Ikramah, you're saying that's another man. That's the man that he was not even a Muslim, and then he wanted to be with this Muslim woman. This is the same man who wanted to be with the Muslim woman, but she said that he is, and they were just going to sleep together, like any two Muslims can sleep together. But the only excuse she gave was just, oh, well, you're not a Muslim yet, Ikramah, so I can't be with you. So is Ikramah, he became a Muslim, and then Muhammad was like sleeping with him afterwards?
Yeah. Look, but because his wife didn't run with him, he ran away. He didn't want Islam, Ikrama. Yeah,
Yeah.
He didn't want Islam, so
Yeah.
he ran away. But he came back to take his wife. He want his family, you know. And she didn't accept. She was like a bad brain, like Muhammad, you know, bad seed. So then Muhammad jumped on him, naked like that. So Ikrama accept Islam like that, he will take two in one.
Yeah.
You know, he will be doing his wife and Muhammad at the same time.
So eventually his wife allowed him after he came back, but initially it was first that he was with Muhammad. So he couldn't have his wife immediately. He had to first be jumped on by Muhammad, and then afterwards he got his wife back.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It will definitely be done by Muhammad, or he will be doing Muhammad.
Yeah.
Now let's go to Fatima. No, we have Al Hussein.
Is this the same Fatima that we're talking about? The hand of Fatima?
Yeah, Fatima. That's the wife of Ali. The wife of Ali. And here, the mother of Hassan or of Al Hussein.
Hassan al Hussein, yeah.
Yeah. And here he said, what how good it is that صاحب المبسوط, whatever it is, قال روي أن النبي SAW كان it has been said that Muhammad was يقبل he was kissing what
Oh no.
what الحسن والحسين.
Both of
That
them together, he was doing, and that's the word. He was
that's
kissing
that's
it.
no. That's a metaphor. They're talking about chickens. They're
No,
talking
no,
about
it's not
chickens.
metaphor. It's not metaphor. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Read back, read back.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
And what book is this from?
And what?
Which
What?
book is this from? This story.
المكتبة.org. This one, the website,
No,
المكتبة.org.
the book though. Is the book's name Al Maktaba?
No, no, no. The maktaba is the website.
A library.
The library, yeah. It's for, yeah, it's from Muhammad Sharif, Bab al-Fawaid. Yeah, it's Mahmoud al-Sharif, whatever it is. Let me see the... Hold on.
Mahmoud al-Sharif.
Yeah, one second. It's أجاب السؤال. Then the one from هيئة عضو هيئة التدريس بجامعة الإمام محمد. So someone answered then the question from the Muhammad bin Saud Islamiyah from University of Al Imam Muhammad bin Saud Al Islami was answering the guy. And he said Al Hadith Rawahu ibn Abi Dunya. The hadith was said by the son of the father of the dunya, the word, في كتاب العيال, in the book of the kids, in page 91, 190, 191 and 211, 210 to 11. موصولا ومرسلا والموصول ضعيف. So basically he made it ضعيف, but it is not ضعيف at all. It is not ضعيف at all. You saw it earlier on. It was written on it good from the same
Yeah.
hadith.
Yeah.
But this guy is answering wrong. But in here it's written exactly as you can see.
Yeah. And you said it's that book. Could you show us a little bit about the book? So a little bit more information about the book?
Sorry, about this book.
The book that it came from.
It's here. Let's see. This is a question. The ما باب الفائدة, and it could be the book.
I think you said it was Musnad al-Sharif.
يا ده العيال بقى الحديث رواه أبي الدنيا, رواه ابن أبي الدنيا في كتاب العيال. كتاب العيال. This is one of the books, and let's see, and Abu Hatim al-Sharif as well, he did mention it, and let's see Abu Hatim al-Sharif what he will show.
So it was mentioned by many of the ahadith collectors.
Oh yeah, but just they wanna lie, in here you will say Abu Huraira as well did the same to them. And here is mentioned مع Abu Huraira as well.
He did
الحسن.
the exact same.
Yeah, look, Abu Huraira.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then it's
But it doesn't say it as clearly though. Does it use the same word? Or did it just say it did the same as what Muhammad did again? Like
عن عمير بن أبو إسحاق قال كنت مع ده ابن إسحاق, عمير بن إسحاق قال كنت مع أبو هريرة فقال للحسن بن علي أرني المكان الذي رأيت فيه blah blah blah, and I will translate that. Read.
Whoa, okay. But it says if the navel were part of the private parts, he would not have exposed it. So what does it really say? Because I don't trust their Google Translate.
Because they're lying.
Oh, and also you say that they changed the translate, like meaning they changed Arabic itself as well on this website.
But in here, read in here. كان يقبل that. Read that.
It says it. Yeah, it says it clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it says Al Hassan's, Willie, and then it also said the same about Al Hassan and Al Hussein done by Muhammad, and this one is now saying that with regards to Al Hassan and Al Hussein that Abu Huraira did the same to them.
Yeah, and he was doing that with the kids, dragging them and doing that with them, and the boy was laughing. He said one of them because each in his turn,
Yeah,
and the boys were laughing.
yeah.
Yeah,
And so Abu Huraira did the exact same. So Muhammad did it to both of them one time, and he would take turns on them. And it says that all over the place, naval and on the private parts. And it says that Abu Huraira did the exact same.
yes, because Abu Huraira is getting with benefit,
Yeah,
getting the benefit of the thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And why did their parents allow Abu Huraira to do this and Muhammad? But why especially Abu Huraira, since he is sort of like a random guy? Why would they allow him to be kissing the
good
private parts
question.
of both of the sons?
I like your way of thinking. Good question.
Yeah.
Because he used to do that with the father and the mother.
So Abu
So
Huraira was also
not Abu
engaging.
Huraira, not Abu Huraira. Abu Huraira was doing that afterward, like he used to follow whatever Muhammad did.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Muhammad, you know, was doing that like with Ali
yeah.
and with Fatima.
Fatima, yeah.
Yeah, let me get to the hadith. Uh, فرج فخذيه. Did we read? Yeah, we read this. And here, uh, we said, and it's uh, in Shia online library said, and nobody get make upset. This is from, of course, from Aisha, and said that nobody make Fatima upset because whoever make her upset, basically the angel wouldn't would be upset, by her anger. And فقلت, and they said, "Oh Rasulullah." Who said that? Muhammad saying about that. But the reporter is Aisha. "Oh Rasulullah, uh, مضيت مذعورة وقد رجعت مسرورة." I went afraid but I came happy. فقال: "يا معاوية كيف لا أسر مضيت مذعورا ورجعت مسرورا." So he's telling Muhammad that he went like afraid and he came back happy. And he said, "How come I wouldn't be coming happy?" And I made like two people like okay together again. And then in here he will continue. And uh, he spoke about the prophet, peace be upon him. لا ينام حتى يقبل وجه فاطمة ويضع وجهه بين ثديي فاطمة ويدعو لها. وفي رواية حتى يقبل عرض وجنة فاطمة أو بين ثدييها. uh, he wouldn't that Muhammad that wouldn't be sleeping without kissing the face of Fatima, and he put his face in between the breast of Fatima, and he asked forgiveness or something for her. And in another story, he was kissing her side. عرض وجنة. عرض الوجنة is like side of the cheek, maybe. I don't know. عرض الوجنة.
Yeah.
cheek. فاطمة of Fatima أو بين ثدييها, or between her breasts. And from Abu Bakr Muhammad bin Abdullah al-Shafi'i, and from Abi Shahab al-Zuhri, ابن المسيب, كلهم عن سعد عن أبي الوقاص عن. And then he said from Aisha here, هشام عروة عن أبيه عن عائشة. الخركوشي في شرف النبي, in the honor of the Nabi. الأشنهي في الاعتقاد, والسمعاني في الرسالة, وأبو صالح المؤذن. All that from المؤذن في الأربعين. Anyway, uh, he said, is this guy, his name Abu Ubaida al-Hiza, his name is Shoes, Abu Ubaida the Shoes. Uh, so he said that Muhammad was kissing a lot Fatima, فأنكرت عليه بعض نسائه. So some of his women were upset from him. فقال إنه لما عرج بي إلى السماء, he said to them, when I went up to heaven, to the sky, أخذ بيدي جبريل. So Jibril took by his hand, فأدخلني الجنة فناولني من رطبها فأكلت. So he entered me the Jannah,
To her, yeah.
and he gave me some of its date, and I ate. There is dates in the Jannah. وفي رواية فناولني منها تفاحة فأكلت. And in another one he gave me تفاحة, apple, and I ate. But in here there is something different, that he was doing something else to her. Yeah, it is what I read. That's it. But there is another one. Hold on, I have something else for Fatima.
Yeah, but even this is very, very, very damaging. The fact that Muhammad was not only putting his head between her breasts, but kissing her breasts and kissing her cheeks and sucking on her tongue. And obviously, this is when she's already grown up, because it says breasts. You know, a little girl doesn't have breasts. So he is having sex with the woman who he claims is his daughter.
It wasn't a little girl. She was married.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, so this is whilst she was already married.
Yes.
This is not even like when she is a teenager or something. This is her whole life, obviously, but including whilst she was married, he was going into her room and then putting his head between her breasts and kissing her breasts, etc.
Yes. So it's not about she's young or something, you are playing with her or something, little kid, you are doing,
He's committing adultery with her.
Yeah. So
and whilst claiming she's his daughter.
Yeah. So this is about Fatima, but we have another one about Fatima as well. It's where is it? Where's Fatima? Where's Fatima? Before we go to that one, we have Fatima first. And because Fatima, she had a big thing. In here he said about that هذا عن الحسن حفيد محمد نكح أنثى الخنزير. This guy is funny. This guy is funny. He said Muhammad F the female pig.
Yeah.
And for that it became haram, because it became basically the mother of the mu'mineen, the mother of the believers. And it is in the Kafi 3, volume 3, page 432. وكنز العمال, in the book as well, the كنز العمال, volume 11, page 427. And تفسير العياش مجلد 2, and the تفسير in the book تفسير العياش volume 2, page 226, and page 121. And in the book, so imagine how many books reporting دفائر الدرجات عن هذا عن الحسن حفيد الحسين, and that's about the Hassan, the grandson of the Rasul. Muhammad نكح معزة. Muhammad effed a goat. اقرأ حديث ابن عشاق. Read the story from Ibn Ashaq, الجزء الثالث, the part 3, the volume 3, page 288, and the Bukhari, the طبعة is the printed 1896 from Ibn Ashaq, الجزء الثاني, second volume, yeah. Don't be astonished, or Muslim brother, فالإسلام لا يحرم نكاح البهائم. So Islam does not say haram about the effing animals. عن ابن عباس قال ليس على الذي يأتي البهيمة حد. ابن عباس said there is no problem if anyone effed an animal. Yeah. والراوي أبو رزين خلاصة الدرجة سكت عنه وقد قال في رسالته لأهل مكة كل ما سكت عنه فهو صالح. And he said that he didn't speak about this subject, and everything he doesn't speak about it, that's mean it is valid. المحدث أبو داود المصدر Sunan Abu Dawud, and again from Sunan Abu Dawud in page 4 basically Abu Dawud number 4465, and from Ibn Abbas in here he said ليس من حد أتي البهيمة ليس من أتي البهيمة حد. No problem, so there is no problem, it's not haram to come to F an animal. الراوي أبو رزين الأسدي مسعود بن مالك خلاصة الدرجة صحيح. The rawi is Abu Razin, the one who said the story. الأسدي مسعود بن مالك خلاصة الدرجة صحيح, and it is صحيح. المحدث الطحاوي المصدر شرح مشكل الإثار الصفحة أو الرقم 9/400. So basically it's like number 9 and page 440. And from Ibn Abbas again ليس على الذي يأتي البهيمة. So it's the same story about effing the thing, and خلاصة الدرجة حسن. So basically it's all of them are good and صحيح and all of that. So Muhammad didn't leave any. If you remember the story, I show it to you that actually it's not that. I'm gonna show you a video for a sheikh. He will say that to you. En français, no, hold on. I need to share it differently because you will not hear. I need to share it differently because you will not hear. So, be with me in a minute. You will hear the sheikh speaking. Go ahead, shaky.
يوما من الأيام شرب محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم الخمرة.
Can you read and hear? Can you read the? I subtitle it myself. Can you read it? Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can read. I can read it and I can hear.
Yeah, good. So one day, basically, he drank alcohol.
ثم ذهب فألقي إلى مزبلة. ثم
مزبلة, it's animal dunks, basically where they pile all the dunks.
Yeah.
أغمي عليه فيها وكان رمات. فجاء الخنزير فأكل من أذنه. فجاء أصحابه أبو بكر يدوروا على رئيس العصابة صلى الله عليه وسلم. فوجدوه شارب الخمر نايم على المزبلة النجاسات والخنزير أكل من أذنه. فلأجل هذا حرموا الخنزير وحرموا شرب الخمر.
But he took out the part where the Muhammad and the pig were being romantic with each other, you know?
Because he's very politically correct.
Yeah. But I like that they are being more honest about the situation, because the Muslims try to pretend that they are just getting it from the Bible. They try to say, no, we're following the Old Testament, blah, blah, blah. But no, this is the story. Is Muhammad was doing dingy with the pig, and then the pig bit his ear, and then it got forbidden.
Yeah. They keep attacking the Bible. Let them come and we'll show them what we can do with them.
Yeah, exactly. It was Muhammad having a sexual encounter with the pig. That's how it all started.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that why he told everyone to not eat bacon?
But then you're permitted to eat.
Sorry.
Amir, aren't you permitted to eat khanzir if there's no other, if you're in a desert and there's no other food and everything, you're permitted to eat it?
He's allowed. They are allowed to eat it anyway because they are allowed to eat
Yeah,
the food of the Ahl al book, the Ahl al Kitab, the
yeah, yeah,
people of the book. So they are allowed to eat it anyway, but they lie about it because
yeah,
the verse very clear that you are allowed to eat the food of the people
yeah.
of the book.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly. So they're allowed to eat what Christians eat, and on top of that, it says that you can eat it if you're very hungry. So if you're hungry and there's no other food, you can eat it, and you can eat the food of the Christians. So they are allowed to eat it. Ultimately, they just are allowed to eat it because Christians, we do eat pork, and the if you're allowed to eat it as long as you're hungry and there's no other food, well, you can arrange the situation so that it's only going to be pork. Just fill up your fridge or your refrigerator, or Muslims don't use them, but fill up your house with some pork, right? And don't get anything else. Don't buy anything else. Oh, sorry, I only have pork. That's the only food I can eat.
Yes.
So you said they're allowed to eat from the Christians. Is it like a hadith or something? I don't want to take us off on another tangent, but I'm just quickly curious about that. I've never heard that before. I mean, because I'm asking because of all this, for years now, this insane historical mass migration of Muslims into Europe and how they were protesting, they want to eat halal and they want to eat pork.
They're
But you're
liars.
saying they can eat the food of Christians.
Yes, they are allowed to eat it. They are liars. They just simply they like to even they do it in school. Yeah, there is you are putting pork and everything in like they want to make problems for schools and for stuff like that. There is pork. There is this. There that. They're stupid. They just want to make problems for Christians. That's all. Creating problems. You know, it's nothing else. They're
I've got
allowed.
I've got a question for you as far as I'm actually stealing this from somewhere else, but as far as the meal options on a flight, American Airlines flight, they offer the halal option and the kosher option. Do you guys know what's the difference between the halal and the kosher option?
Uh,
I think
I
the
don't.
halal option comes with perhaps a suicide bomb or something.
Actually, no, nothing. They're both dates, fruit, and nuts. There's no difference. But yet, um, it's just a bad joke from a TV series. But so I'm just wondering. Yeah, again, I'm taking this off on a tangent, but it's a bit crazy how they pretend to be superior. They can't do these things that the Jews and the Christians do. Yet,
They are not superiors at all, my brother. They are just piece of something or another. They want to make problems. That's all.
Yeah,
They try
you're
to be
absolutely
superiors.
right, by the way.
Yeah, they try to be
Because
superiors under the sword when they had sword in their hand. Now they can't be superiors at all. They are
yeah,
trying to
precisely.
object because we give them the right to object.
Yeah, yeah. And they come to our Christian countries, and then they come to our Christian countries and start demanding things. They come to our schools. They'll go to a Catholic school, and I saw this growing up myself throughout my childhood, that they'll come to our Catholic schools, and then they'll be telling our teachers and things. Well, I don't care about the teachers really, but they'll be forcing when we go on an excursion or whenever there's going to be some food round, they'll be forcing the school to organize them halal food.
Yes. To go
And
back to
in reality, they
go
should be
ahead, go ahead.
allowed to eat our food because it says that for them, anyone that they consider to be a Christian, they can eat their food and it's perfect, right? So
Yeah,
as long as Muhammad says that they can eat our food, then they should be eating our food.
exactly. To show you in here that because you asked if he was kissing her on her mouth, of course I had that ready as well. That Aisha said that Muhammad Aisha was speaking here that Muhammad كان يكثر تقبيل ابنته, that he used to kiss his daughter a lot, so-called daughter. كانت إذا دخلت عليه فاطمة, when Fatima entered to him قام إليها, he used to come to her, to come up to her, فأخذ بيدها وقبلها, that he used to take take her by her hand and kiss it, وأجلسها في مجلسه, and let her sit in his place or whatever he is sitting. وكان إذا دخل عليها, and when he entered on her in her place, قامت إليه فأخذت بيده وقبلته, she stood up and take by his hand and kiss it. وأجلسته في مجلسها, and let him sit in her place. It's not that. إلى هذا يبدو الأمر عادي. To that everything look all right. فهي مجرد قبلات بين أب وابنته. It's only look like kissing between father and daughter. But in here next you will see it's differently. In the Mustadrak volume 3 156 نقرأ read. كان رسول الله إذا رجع من غزوة basically أو سفر, when he used to come back from war or coming back from travel, أتى المسجد, he used to go to the mosque, فصلى فيه ركعتين, and he used to pray in it to طج ركعتين, he bounced twice. ثم سنى بفاطمة, then he used to do two in Fatima, سنى, like go to Fatima رضي الله عنها. Allah bless her. But Muhammad used to bless her before. ثم يأتي أزواجه, that's before, but before he used to do Fatima first, then his wives come. فلما رجع خرج من المسجد تلقته فاطمة عند البيت وتلثم فاه. And then when Fatima used to go out, what's happened out of the mosque, Fatima used to meet him out of the mosque and kiss his mouth. Read that. تلقته فاطمة. Fatima meet him at the door of the mosque. It was mosque, masjid, and touch his mouth. It kiss his mouth. وفي فيض القدير, and another book in فيض القدير للمناوي volume 1 page 105, وكانت فاطمة من فضلاء الصحابة. She was one of the best صحابة. بلغاء الشعراء. She used to do
Poetry.
وكانت أحب أولادها, and she was the best and the beloved one of his kids. He didn't have kids. وإذا قدمت عليه قام إليها وقبلها في فمها. When she used to come to him, he used to kiss her in her mouth. Stand up.
So many of the ahadith say that Muhammad would go up to her and she would also do it to him and kiss each other on the mouth, and he would just suck her tongue and kiss her on the mouth and all sorts whilst she was married, even like her whole life, even when she had got married.
Oh yeah. Even but the thing is, even his wives, they were annoyed by that.
So
they were getting jealous of Fatima.
Yes.
There was a B-rated movie a long time ago called The Stupids. Not worth watching. It's kind of funny, silly, whatever. But
look what's happening here. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, please continue. I got an anecdote. Go ahead.
What's happening here, that Aisha was felt like astonished by all this kissing. Aisha, we read that Aisha was surprised by, like, what, 36? This is 36 is from the number of the page. By the Prophet frequent kissing of Fatima. So he gave her a strange justification, which was that Fatima reminded him of the fruits of paradise. She was the fruit of paradise, so he had to kiss her that he had previously eaten. What eaten?
So there's that fruits of paradise again. Is that, are we talking about the California raisins again, or what?
Yeah, indeed.
They all share the scent.
This is the first time I hear that. I mean, fruits of paradise?
Yeah.
That Fatima has the scent of the fruits of paradise, according to Muhammad.
I don't know. I mean, I remember hearing once that she reminded him of Khadija, but never the fruits of paradise.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In here, in the next section now, that Aisha was astonished by seeing Muhammad entering his tongue in her mouth, and or taking her mouth in his tongue and start sucking it.
So again, I don't know. Obviously, don't know as much about the stuff as you guys do. So for those like me, could you clarify Fatima? Well, Al Hussein is Fatima's husband. Al Hussein is what to Muhammad?
His grandson, the son of the Fatima.
Godson. Okay.
Yeah, husband is
So
Ali.
okay.
But not to forget that he was giving his tongue when Ali was what do you call it? And here he was sucking the tongue of Al Hassan. But
Yeah.
when he grew up, Ali, when he got what do you call it? When he was
Reached
what do you
adulthood.
call it?
He became an
No,
adult.
like he was a little baby. Muhammad used to give him his tongue to suck it.
So he was
Ew.
also sucking Ali's tongue.
Yes, he was doing that since Ali. He was doing Ali too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let me
Wow.
show it to you.
I think that's why the Shia believe that it should have been the family of Muhammad, because look at how important they are to Muhammad. Muhammad was kissing them, in the mouth. He was sucking their tongues. He was kissing their navel. He was kissing their, let's say, willy. He was kissing their breasts. And then Abu Huraira was copying all of the same things and doing the same things that Muhammad did to them as children, that he would also do to them when they were children. So I think that's where the Shia got it from. They believe that specifically it should be the family of Muhammad that are the rulers, because look at how Muhammad would treat them. He was not just family with them, he was something else with them.
Yeah, he was like what our brother said earlier on. What he is
MoMo?
from Pakistan. What they do?
Oh, the Bachabazi stuff.
He made
Yeah.
them all into his bachabazi boys and girls.
Yes. So
I've got sorry.
No, go ahead.
I've got a question about the relationship. So in Orthodoxy, when you baptize someone, they become part of your family. It's not like your brother and sister and so on and so forth. They spiritually are recognized that way. In other words, if you baptize someone, you cannot marry them.
Yes.
Put it like that. Okay, so
Neither.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you're
No,
saying.
go ahead. Yeah, expand on that if you want.
Not even all the relative around you can get married to them.
Right. Exactly. Yes. So with that in mind, does Islam have the same kind of idea or not?
Sorry, come back again.
Does Islam, do Muslims also believe something similar? Like if well, they don't have baptism. What am I saying? Okay.
No,
Yeah.
no, but Islam, they get married from their first cousins. If he effed his mother, لا حرج عليه. He will give her just he has to give her the dowry.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. You did say God's son. Now in Islam, if they do not and they don't have baptism, so if they don't have baptism, then what? How do you define God's son?
There is no godson.
Oh, I'm sorry. So I misunderstood you.
He is
So
the son, grandson.
He said grandson.
grandson.
Yeah. He said grandson.
Wow. Okay, that is okay. That's disgusting. Wow. All right. So I'm definitely going to do a little skit about that. I put it on hold, but now that I'm clearer on what's going on, this movie called The Stupids, definitely not worth a watch. But in it, the main character is making fun of Southerners again, and he's singing a song called "I'm My Own Grandpa." I'm my own grandpa, and he's going on this little list of how he's got all these ancestral relationships, and therefore he's his own grandfather. I'm gonna do a skit on that. I'm gonna put Muhammad in there as being his own grandfather because of all these ancestral disturbing behaviors. It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I'll just say as an sort of antidote to what you were talking about in terms of godparents and baptism. Catholics are forbidden from marrying, obviously, their godparents and likewise godparents to their godchildren. But if you baptize someone, you could still marry them as long as they're not like a godparent to you, or as long as the person who is, trying to get married, they are not priests and things like that. But
Wait,
I
wait,
think,
I didn't understand that. Can you repeat it again?
pardon? I just said that you're forbidden, Catholics are forbidden from marrying their godparents, but you could theoretically marry someone who you baptize.
Well, the same thing with the Orthodox too. We're like not only forbidden, we could get excommunicated from the church if we marry our, like let's say if I'm the godmother of a child and I decide to run after the father of this child, I could get excommunicated from the church.
Yeah,
That's a big
So
deal.
Orthodox is pretty strict on that.
Yeah, it's the same for Catholics. I just meant though that with baptism it wouldn't be forbidden, but it's something that is like not a situation that's common.
Well, and
Very common that you find that.
yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the rationale behind that would be, again, it would be the opposite of what we're seeing in Islam. If you're the spiritual godparent of a child, then you're now become responsible for their spiritual well-being. So you become literally extended family, and therefore, if you're in charge of their spiritual well-being, the last thing you want to do is start having sexual relations with them, right?
Yeah, as a godparent, that is obviously, I mean, you're a parent to the person. You can't be also their husband or wife. That's ridiculous.
But in Islam,
no such concept. Islam, everyone can just do nikah with everyone else. And forgive me for using the word.
Yeah, everyone and everything, dead or alive.
Yeah, with goats and pigs. And the thing is, like you were saying, Amir, when you've got Amir, these like Muhammad himself doing it, and they are supposed to follow the Sunnah, that means all of the Muslims are supposed to do things like raping pigs, raping goats, etc.
They do that. They do that. In fact, there is a saying that whoever doesn't half is the hoof of an animal is a kafir. So whoever doesn't f a hoof is a kafir.
And where's that saying from?
I don't know, but they keep saying it. I don't know why. I
I
heard it from their own mouths. It's not like I read it somewhere. I tried to search for it today. I couldn't find it online. But whoever doesn't f a hoof is a kafir.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it today online. Yeah. So I don't know.
So
Go ahead.
to expand on that, we're seeing there's a common denominator here. Again, going back to that satanic rite, quote, uncreation, end quote, agenda of the Satanic Church of California and so on. It's not that they only want to be deceptive or that they want to do evil and worship Satan and all these things, but they literally want their agenda. Literally is defined agenda. Their clear goals is to do the exact opposite of what is good, the exact opposite of what God expects of us, what God demands, what Christ teaches. So we're seeing the same things here in Islam. How, I mean, we just talked about the baptism in Christianity, traditional Christianity. That you become a spiritual guardian of the person that you baptize. You become spiritually responsible for them, and therefore it's strictly forbidden to enter into gamos, into marital relationships with them. Which we were seeing here from Muhammad, the creator of Islam himself, the exact opposite mindset and spirit and behavior. The exact opposite.
Yeah. Exactly. Look in here. I found it. I found something acceptable. It's in here that about Ali, that the prophet that he was giving like a nutrition for to Ali by his own saliva. Yeah, the blessed saliva by sucking his own tongue. Yeah. Let me translate this here.
So
We don't even need to go inside the Islam web.
yeah,
Uh,
yes. I think I've heard of this one before. In fact, this feeding him through the saliva, like it was giving him this holy, nutritious saliva. Yeah,
yeah. So basically, he was doing the father, the son, and the
yeah,
son, and the mother.
yeah.
Don't
And the other son.
don't stop there. Don't stop there. He effed the grandmother when she died.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
Is
Let
that the
me.
grandmother that he
Here it is.
he slept with when she was dead in the grave?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh,
فاطمة إن فاطمة زوجة ابن علي whatever it is. This is it, isn't it? فاطمة بنت أسد. فاطمة بنت أسد. بنت أسد. Yeah. And فلما توفيت, when she died, دعاها رسول الله وألبسها, and he make her wear his shirt. Bear in mind, when she wear his shirt, he doesn't have anything on him.
Mm.
Yeah. So then he lay her down in the. He made them open a grave. He put her in the grave. واضطجع في قبرها. واضطجع معها في قبرها. And this is it. And he lay in her grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so Ali, he slept with Ali's mom.
Yes.
Okay.
After death, I don't know if before death as well, but after death, the
And
story saying he effed her inside the grave.
yeah,
Well, they
And
allow that in some Egyptian countries.
until no, in all Muslims until now, nikah الميتة,
Yeah.
until 3 days after they have 3 days leeway to keep effing her. They
Mm.
have leeway 3 days to eff her. After that, she will be rotten. So they will call it for nikah al-qabr, like you will really release her in the
The effing of the grave.
the effing
Yeah.
of the grave.
I wish to ask, did Ali's mum not have a husband though? Did Ali's mother not have a husband when she died?
Oh yeah, it's the one who effed him when he was young. And bear in mind why. Then he's effing everybody.
But so Muhammad was sort of her husband or what? Because I don't understand how a husband would allow his wife to be slept with when she's dead with Muhammad.
Wait. So so Imma Ali
Yes.
was the sister of Khadija.
Bin Abi Talib, he's Ibn Abi Talib.
All of
Because
them.
didn't Muhammad's grandfather and his fake father married sisters?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So was Khadija and her sister was Fatma? What was her
Khadija,
sister's name?
Khadija, no, her sister. We are coming to her sister. You remind me of her sister. He effed his auntie too.
Okay. But now Imam Ali, what
Mali,
relation does she have to
she's she's
Muhammad?
the she's the wife of his uncle, fake uncle,
His
basically.
uncle. Okay. Not
She's the,
grandfather. Okay, I mistaked it with the grandfather. Okay.
yeah, she's wife of his uncle, and she's the mother of Ali. So
Okay.
he was effing everybody all the way.
Which
Okay.
uncle? Can I ask?
She was Abi Talib, bin Abi Talib, Ali bin Abi Talib. So basically, he's called Abi Talib. So
Yeah.
the son of Abi Talib.
Yeah.
Uh, so she was the wife. So Fatima bint Asad, Fatima bint Asad,
Mm.
and the husband called Abi Talib, and the son is called Ali ibn Abi Talib.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the wife of Ali is Fatima as well. So he had Fatima before. He will have another Fatima after. So no big deal.
Yeah.
and فكنفها به والضجع في قبرها. He put on her his clothes. He's naked now. He slept with her in the. There is another hadith where because they never seen somebody effing it dead, they start throwing on him sand to let him, like they were ashamed of what he's doing. So like that
Yeah.
he will be to go out, to let him go out. They start throwing on him sand. You know.
So the
Yeah.
husband Abi Talib, he didn't want Muhammad in the grave in that case, sleeping with his wife.
I don't know if it was.
His wife was Muhammad's aunt as well.
I don't know if he was still alive.
Alive. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. But other people thought that what Muhammad was doing with his wife, or his, after she had been widowed and then she had died, that other people did think that what Muhammad was doing was still evil and that he can't be sleeping with another man's wife when she's dead.
Yeah.
Well, basically, he was practicing an eye for an eye. العين بالعين والسن بالسن. ما هيك بيقولوا؟
Yeah, he'd been after in the when he was a little at 7
Yeah,
years
so
old.
he's returning back what her husband did to him.
Yeah. Returning the favor to everyone.
Oh, because this Abi Talib, he raped Muhammad when Muhammad was young.
Yes, I showed you the hadith earlier on.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yes. So what's her name? We spoke about her. Khawla bint Hakim. It's about Khawla. She was from the one who gave herself to him. In here كانت خولة بنت حكيم من اللائي وهبن أنفسهن للنبي. Khawla was one of those people who gave themselves to the so-called prophet. SAWFM. فقالت عائشة, and Aisha said, أما تستحي المرأة أن تهب نفسها للرجل? Don't women be ashamed by giving themselves to man? Isn't a woman ashamed to give herself to a man? And this is his auntie. فلما نزلت ترجع من تشاء منهم. So basically in here later on some ugly ones and stuff, like they start to come fat stuff like that, he didn't want them. قلت, then after a while the verse came down, then he remembered to say يا رسول, no, it's her. يا رسول الله ما أرى ربك إلا يسارع في هواك. Don't see your God but he has hasty in your desires. O messenger of Allah, I do not see your Lord being hasty in your desire. And that's رواه أبو سعيد المؤدب ومحمد بن بشر وعبيدة بن هشام عن هشام عن أبيه عن عائشة ويزيد بعضهم على بعض. عروة بن الزبير, الراوي عروة بن الزبير, وأورده في صحيحه, and it is in his صحيح, والمحدث البخاري في صحيح البخاري, it is in the Bukhari in number 5113. Yeah. And this is the same woman who asked Muhammad what she see in her dream, and he told her to go to work after. This is his aunt, and it is Sahih as well. It is the same woman. So his auntie was asking him about sexual dreams, gave herself afterward to be after him. Yeah. That's Khawla bint Hakim, and that's his auntie. Yeah.
So I misspoke earlier. Yeah, for some reason I got it stuck in my head about the baptism, the godson thing. That was the grandson, but still, I mean, yeah, I mean, this is insane. At the very least, insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, by the way, with regards to Catholics, under normal circumstances, you would never have someone who is being baptized marrying the other person because it would be a priest baptizing. But in a very special circumstance where you could have the person who is, let's say, two people who are being persecuted and they want to get married right before they end up being killed or something like that, for whatever reason, they could theoretically baptize each other and then enter into the faith, where there's no priest, and then marry each other if they wanted to. But I will say, with regards to being a godson or godparent at all, and a god, having godchildren, in Christianity, that is always meaning like you've got a parent. A godparent is just like the person who would almost be like your parents, and certainly once someone passes away, then they are fully your parents. And where Islam is doing the same thing as Satanism, being the opposite of Christianity, is one of the places, is you've got the fact that Muhammad commanded, even before he just forbade orphans and adopting children, etc., altogether, he said that not only can you look after or take children as slaves, but you can have an orphan and you can do the N-word with her. Because the guys, he said basically, like, it says in the Quran that take care of the orphans, and you can take the orphan girls, but just don't mistreat them too much. So he's saying you can take them and do nikah with them, with the orphan girls, but just don't mistreat them overly too much. But that's meaningless. The last part is meaningless. He said you can do the N-word with the orphan girls.
Exactly. Now, but in Christianity, what I'm not, I haven't come across anyone doing that. Have you?
Never. It's unheard of.
Yeah.
We
It wouldn't-
had I know of one lady that did it once. She ran away with her godfather. She didn't have any intimacy, nothing, but she wanted to marry him.
Whoa.
And let me tell you something. The church made it clear. If she does do that, she will be excommunicated from the church. She will be like completely outcasted, both of them, not just her, both of them. So the family had to bring her back.
Yeah.
But you know what the crazy thing is? I mean, she died. I mean, she died a long time ago. She died at the age, I would say, of 90. Until the age of 90, that mark never left her. Whenever anything happened, they always said, "Oh, that's the one that almost married her the godfather."
Yeah.
It
Actually-
never left her. It never left her. It stayed with her. I mean, she raised great children. But it never ever that mark never left her ever. She was labeled with that.
It came to my mind. Someone famous happened with him that, and it's Morgan Freeman.
Really?
Yes, he got
He
married
married
with
his goddaughter.
goddaughter.
Shocking. And it's
Yeah.
not, sorry, I should say it's not even marriage. I mean, if they really are godparents and goddaughter, it's impossible to marry.
They are bad people. I don't think
Well, Morgan Freeman is an atheist.
they're out of Christianity. I don't think they are.
Yeah.
Well, Morgan Freeman
Anyone
is
will
an
do that.
atheist, Amir.
But this
Has
is
he
what
said
they
that?
said.
He's an atheist.
This is what they said. This is what they said on the media. I don't know, sister.
Yeah, no,
it's
but he's an
no
atheist.
morality.
Morgan Freeman doesn't believe that there is a God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have no morality. They just do whatever.
No
That
morality.
explains. Sorry, I got to go there, but that explains the movie The Bucket List. Another one that really irks me. It became really popular. Everyone ever since that movie wants to do a bucket list. The things
Yeah.
that they have to do before they die, which is such an
Yeah, I
atheist
remember.
mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, and none of it was Christianity as well. Like none of it was from what I can remember. It's been a very long time since I've watched the film, but none of it was like, let me make sure that my soul is in a state of grace and that I'll be in a good relationship with God and thanking
Yeah.
God and appreciating God for the time He's given me.
That's right. It was all nihilistic, materialistic. I got to get
Yeah.
as much as I can now while I'm
Yeah.
still alive.
Yeah,
Because there's no thereafter.
yeah, exactly, precisely. That's it. Exactly it.
I still have a lot of things to show, but this guy
Sorry.
you must watch, guys. Let me show you this guy, and I will translate. You must watch this one at least 2 minutes out of him. He's an ex-Muslim. He's atheist, ex-Salafi. Watch him for 2 minutes and then go wherever you want. Yes, I will translate. Or Sister Linda will translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
I have to change the go out of it and come back to it.
Yeah, but I remember the guy he's speaking with. I've seen him many times before. Maybe even you've shown him here, Amir, as well.
I did, but
Yeah, it must be from you.
because of this what we are speaking about, he's speaking about the actual situation, about what he is, Muhammad, exactly. Yeah, but watch what he will say.
صورة بالتحديد يعني مش فاهم يعني هو لما سألوه عن صورة ربنا شبه ايه؟ عشان الناس عايزة تشوف اقرب شيء، يعني شيء بطبيعة الانسان انه خيال الانسان انه
Now he's asking him about because he was speaking about Allah, how he looks like and everything, and he was speaking about he looked like a young man with frizzy hair, you know, Frankenstein hair, and he said, but the what's coming next is 1 second, yeah.
انه ربنا ده شبهه. طيب بس يعني شبه مين مننا؟
Look like who from us?
احنا نعرف ان قصة جبريل ان هو قال انه شبه دحية.
We know like the story of Jibril. He's like he looked like Dahya al-Kalbi. But in here, the guy with twist, he forgot about Allah totally, and he will continue about Muhammad and Jibril. It's just like it triggered him. Now listen.
الكلبي. طيب ربنا ليه صورة الغلام الأمرد بالتحديد غريبة جدا؟
أعتقد أن الأمر مرتبط بميول محمد الجنسية.
The guy, why Allah look like a young man and he's amrad? He said because of Muhammad's like homosexuality, he made him that shape. Allah made Allah in that shape. So because of homosexuality of Allah, of Muhammad.
محمد كان منفتح جنسيا.
Muhammad was open sexually.
المسلمون لا يعرفون هذا.
Muslims, they don't know that.
كلمة منفتح دي خطيرة جدا.
Open is very dangerous, by the way. Exactly.
He was very open.
يعني أنا مع
it is very dangerous, and I know that's the said.
الحرية الجنسية.
I am, but he said I am with the, but because this guy apparently is like that, he said I am with freedom or sexually freedom with it.
ومحمد كان منفتح جنسيا وأحترم هذه النقطة فيه.
And Muhammad was
open sexually.
Open sexually, and I respect that in him.
محمد
He was really open.
يعني جامع النساء.
Muhammad effed women.
صغار.
Little ones.
تزوج النساء الكبار.
He did the
he married older ones.
He married the older ones.
محمد كان منفتح جنسيا. المسلمون لا يعرفون هذا.
كلمة منفتح دي خطيرة جدا على فكرة.
كان منفتح جنسيا يعني أنا مع الحرية الجنسية. ومحمد كان منفتح جنسيا وأحترم هذه النقطة فيه. محمد يعني جامع النساء الصغار. تزوج النساء الكبار. تزوج نكح يعني إذ اضطجع مع امرأة ميتة في القبر.
He slept with woman, dead woman in the
Did he say 16?
What?
Did he say 16?
What's 16?
I could swear I heard 16 women in the qabr.
No, he said ضجع مع امرأة ميتة في القبر.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe 16 women. I'm like, whoa.
The one I showed you earlier on that he slept with her.
Yeah.
وكانت عادة العرب أنهم يضطجعون مع المرأة حين تموت.
This is a lie. He said it used to be the habit of the Arab. It wasn't that.
Arabs, yeah.
It's lie.
وكان يدخل معه الرجال في لباسه.
And he used to enter man in his clothing.
وكان يدخل عائشة من جهة ويدخل رجلا آخر من جهة أخرى.
And he used to enter Aisha from one side and another man from another side.
Oh my God.
يعني اللباس كان واسع جدا.
The clothes was his قميص, his thing was very wide, very big.
فكان يكون في وضعية حميمية مع رجل وامرأة في وقت واحد.
He used to be in his
intimate with both women and men.
With both women and men at the same time.
وكان دحية الكلبي رجل جميل جدا.
And دحية الكلبي was a beautiful man.
فكان حين يمر في الشارع تخرج النساء وتطل من النوافذ على دحية.
When he used to pass in the street, women they used to go out from windows and to look at him.
الكلبي لانه كان لم يكن عربي، كان
because he
رومي.
wasn't Arab, he was Rumi, like Roman.
يا استاذ سعيد اللي انت بتقوله ده عيب وحرام.
Mr. Saeed, whatever you are saying is haram, is a shame.
نزله 7 سنوات.
The 7 heavens will be shaken.
يعني كده الجماعه اخواتنا المسلمين هيزعلوا قوي يعني.
Like that, our brothers, Muslim brothers, they will be.
Abdul Basat is laughing about it too.
Yeah, I mean, is he married? I'm just looking at his posture and how much he's enjoying this conversation. I've got to wonder about him.
Which one? Which guy are you talking about?
The guy that's talking right now is who's interviewing.
Well, this guy is excellent in destroying Islam. He was an ex-Muslim himself, so he loves all that stuff because he wants to expose the filth of Islam.
And I've watched him making fun of them as well, like a little bit like Sharif Gabar as well, where he
has if you watch him on YouTube, it's called The Box of Islam, Sanduq al-Islam, and it's translated in subtitles in English. And the way he brings Islam to pieces, it's like maybe about 20 miniseries, but whoa, does he go deep into the explanation. It really opens your eyes about a lot of things.
Yeah, I've noticed as well, sometimes, Light for All Nations also translates his stuff.
Yeah.
No, but he has his with the translation. That's how crazy people wanted him. I think, Amir, I think he lives in Germany, right?
Yes, he is. And
yeah.
He has so many books.
Yeah, and I've also watched him being interviewed, and actually he did a great job. Even though he's an atheist, he still did a great job on exposing Islam for what it is. And the European media, because he's living in Germany, they were like, es ist nicht gut. Like they were trying to stop him from saying it. Like
he won't stop. He did books, he did everything.
Yeah,
he won't stop.
I tell you, the last episode with Brother Rashid and him, it was very heated.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was good. It was.
He was with Palestine. Brother Rashid was telling him, you shouldn't be with Palestine. You are anti-terrorist. How can you take Palestine's side and stuff like that? Not Palestine, basically the Islamist. So you shouldn't be like that. You should look at so it was very heated. Nicodemus, you can use anything you want on my channel. You know that.
Yeah, I want to tell you, Nicodemus, you asked me for the sources that say that the Muslims are allowed to eat Christians' food. So there are loads of them. It's a little bit difficult because I don't want to have to, go and find each little individual thing. But I can tell you just some of them. Like, for example, there's number one, the fact that we're talking about earlier in terms of the ahadith. There are several hadith, it mentions in these hadith, these ahadith, it mentions that the Muslims are allowed to, if they are hungry, eat the food that they're forbidden anyway. So if you're hungry, then there's no punishment anyway for eating the food, as long as you had no real options, right? So as long as the Muslims find themselves in a situation without options, which they can create themselves, they can just create the situation where all that they have is alcohol and pork, then they can have it. But in addition to those ahadith, it's the fact that not only in the ahadith, but in the Quran itself. So in the ahadith, but also in the Quran, it says things like this. This day are all things good and pure made lawful unto you. The food of the people of the book is lawful unto you. Who are the people in the book? Christians and Jews. So the food that Christians eat is lawful for them. And I think it says that many times in the Quran.
All right, thank you.
Well, I think if I'm not wrong, Amir, isn't there somewhere also someone wrote in Islam that if they're dying of hunger, that they can even eat human beings?
He can eat even his wife.
His wife, yeah. They have that. I've read that.
There's an ahadith there are ahadith that say that you can eat your wife, or there's a hadith that says you can eat your wife if you're hungry enough.
Yes, and you can eat even the kafir, but the kafir you shouldn't cook it. It hasn't been boiled,
exactly.
Or cooked.
So yeah, they really do not eat like Christians, because as Christians you would rather starve to death than to eat a human being.
Yeah. But eating your wife, it's so shocking that they would say that.
Yeah, the wife for them is nothing. It's animal. It's,
I'm saying it. If it's a hadith, then that means, or even many of them, then that
Many of
means that it comes from Muhammad. So there's multiple ahadith that are saying that these ahadith say that you can eat your wife if you're
Yes.
hungry enough. Whoa, blimey.
Yes. Yeah.
What a
So
disgusting religion.
it is disgusting. It's not a religion. It's nothing. It's just
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't even call it a religion. What a
Yeah,
disgusting,
it's a demonic cult. That's what it is.
what a disgusting demonic ideology,
Pagan
Yeah.
roots.
devilish ideology.
So in here from Abu Bahisa, the father. So who's saying Bahisa speaking about her from her father? Yeah, Bahisa is a female lady speaking about her father. That her father was in the market as well, and and Bahisa quoted her father as saying that he asked Allah's messenger or whatever he is, what was the thing which is unlawful to refuse, and was told that it was water, sperm, ejaculation. He repeated the question to Muhammad and was told that it was sold, blah blah blah, and then he said it was it's too good, too good is better for you. So basically, to let it go, let it go. But let me read it for you from here. In there, they put it for us da'if. In here, it is sahih. Yeah. And from Abu Bahisa, I paid attention, they put it da'if. So, and it's from here that, what is it? عن أبيها Bahisa from her father, and for Abu Huraira, Aisha, all the bunch. Yeah. And it is sahih, they said. No, hold on. Yeah. So when he went inside his clothing, yeah, he said it's too good is better for you. Why is this? Why it's written like that? It's he said like to let it go. Basically, what I cannot stop it. What I cannot stop it. He said it's too good to let it go. Basically, أن تفعل الخير خير لك. So whatever you do good, it's good for you, and it is صحيح الألباني. Albani is always صحيح. They put it ضعيف. What a stupid. So. So he was.
So
he
this
was
is not even
inside.
Al-Albani who wrote that. Al-Albani, he wrote that it's sahih, but they just said da'if on the website.
So
they're
he
always
was
such liars. Muslims lie constantly.
liars. He was inside his shirt. He was doing him from the back, and he told him, "What can I cannot stop?" He told him the water, because he called sperm or whatever come from women. He called them all water. Yes, you can find that in the Quran as well. And he told him, so let it go. What is good? It is good for you to let it go, basically. And he did it in his backside.
I don't understand. So he asked again. He again asked Rasul al false god, what is the thing which is unlawful to refuse? And then the third answer was to do good is better for you. But you're saying that that's not what's written. You're saying that
no. He's saying what is good, like not to stop basically not to stop himself from continuing, from stopping himself from ejaculating. And he said whatever good is good for you to do, basically. Look.
Basically, keep going with it. Don't stop yourself.
Yeah, keep going with it.
But what did the water and the salt have to do with anything? I don't
Nothing,
understand.
just the water is sperm for him. Doing good is good for you. So keep doing it. It's good. It's good. Keep going.
Right.
Good for you. It is good for you. So basically, what you cannot stop making it. What ما الشيء الذي لا يحل منعه. What's the thing what you shouldn't stop it? It should be permissible. Basically, you should do it. You shouldn't prevent it. You shouldn't prevent it. So you should. That's it. Keep going.
So the word is not so much refuse, it's prevent.
Prevent.
Okay. So like something that you don't stop it from happening. Just don't prevent it from happening. Just go
Let
ahead.
it go, let it go. And
Yeah.
Abu Bakr did it in his backside. Let
But
it
what
go.
did the water and the salt have to do with anything? Like, why was he mentioning those two the first two times?
Stupid. I don't know. They are trying to create. They wanna change because there is water. Yeah. They wanna to add some pepper and salt on the hadith to make people dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe the original hadith here, the hadith just said, you just continue doing it. You continue, and that's good, and that's great. In fact,
Yeah.
Don't prevent it from happening. But later on, they changed that hadith to make it sound like the hadith was talking about water and salt as well. Like, they added some spices to it. But in reality, without the flavor, it was just the original one saying that the man should continue doing what he was doing, which was embracing Muhammad. And when he's hugging him and doing all sorts of stuff, you can imagine what else he was going to end up doing. What was going to happen.
Exactly. That's good. So, guys, we are from like 3 hours now. From how many hours?
That one is bad. I also just realized when I was thinking, when it says that when a believer wants a child, he just grows up, etc. When Muslims think of children and people generally and things generally, they think of it all in sexual ways, in very carnal ways. And so it's probably not referring to a child like you want a son to be grown up and you look at him proudly or something. What it's referring to there is that the Muslims want a child who they can rape. That's what would make sense, right?
Exactly. But I tell you something, we spent all this time and everything, and we didn't even mention Aisha. I forgot as well to mention for you that how Muhammad was bad person, that he was mentioning that after taking Zainab from Zayd, how she was making
He mentioned the sounds in bed,
Yes.
when they tent.
Got a video on that. It's not the greatest video. It's a horrible video, but anyway, we ran too long. It's a 3-minute long video. I don't want to waste 3 minutes. Maybe we can share the link with the audience so they can watch it if they want.
And the video mentions the fact that Muhammad was talking about the sounds that Zainab would make.
You got to watch it. My audience, my target audience, I should say, is lip tarts. And I agree with you, Lewis. I don't like using that label either. It's just for the sake of word conservation. If I said my own label is mass media Moonies. If I said that, nobody would know what I'm talking about. So just say lip tarts. But yeah. I mean, so what I'm saying is that this video is not. It's informative, but it's more kind of using their approach and their language and being kind of facetious and it's satirical. So it's educational. Yes, it's revealing the truth. That's the point. But it's also focusing on having a good laugh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise awareness while shaming those that are defending this, apologizing for, promoting it, whatever.
Do you remember anything else, Amir, about the hadith you were mentioning? You said there's a hadith where Zainab, the sounds she would make in their tent and in the bed would be mentioned. Muhammad was mentioning them. Do you have any more information about it?
Yeah, let me show it to you. I had it earlier on. But
can I while you're looking for it, can I share that video? Is that all right, Amir? You keep mentioning the sound. It's making me want to share this video.
Do you think the sound will kill us? Will take us out?
Oh yeah, the whole copyright. Well, I've posted it on my YouTube, so it shouldn't. I mean, there was no copyright issue.
This is it. I can put it, but I'm afraid from the sound. That's why I was afraid.
Well, the
music.
Well, there should be no music. Yeah, there are clips from the movie itself from Joe Dirt. So
that's what that will hit us.
But it's altered, so it shouldn't. Anyway, Just share the link if you want in the chat. That's fine.
We'll share the link. Yeah, we'll share the link. Let them watch it. Yeah,
I was
please.
just trying to do a filler while you're looking for that other thing.
Yeah, sure. Please, please watch it because it is very good, and I'll watch it myself.
Well, I wouldn't say very good. I did a really poor. I put it together quickly. There's a lot of things that I'm looking at that I did very badly, but at least you get a laugh. And you know, Lewis keeps mentioning the sound. That was
Yeah,
kind of
I
the
hadn't heard about that before. That Muhammad was mentioning to his friends the sounds that Zainab would make. I hadn't heard about that, so it's interesting.
Okay, let's read together. I'm ready for you now. And then here he said إن زينب بنت جعش أواهت and here and that Rasulullah said to Umar, he was speaking with Umar and there were some people next to him, that Zainab bint Jahash أواهت وقيل يا رسول الله. So somebody next to Umar said, oh Rasulullah, what is al-awaha? What is that? What does it mean? And he said, الخاشعة المترضعة. So let's translate that.
Wait, repeat that.
Read it.
Wait, let me see.
The messenger of the false god said to Omar, Zainab bint Jash is a fool. It was said, O messenger of the false god, what is the illusion? He said,
Not fool. It mean make that the translated.
Oh, so that's a mistranslation. So it's Zainab bint Jash is like noisy.
Like make it made noise when he did her.
Okay, she makes loud noises when he's doing her.
Yes.
And then, O messenger of the statue god, Allah, what is the illusion? He said, humble supplicant one. What's that?
She was supplicating for him. It was from humble.
Oh, so it was almost like she was worshipping him when they were doing it.
Like the guy is stupid. He's asking, what does it mean, this kind of sound? And he told him, no, it's out of iman wara. What's iman?
Yeah, okay.
Out of happiness.
Out of belief. But the guy was taking the piss about him. Like, yeah, it's out of her belief and her humbleness.
It's saying that she was experiencing like happiness, and it was from her humility and her piety and stuff. That's why she was making all the sounds.
Yeah, he didn't tell him straight away about sexual things. He didn't take it straight. He told him, yeah, it's about of belief and humbleness and stuff like that. It twisted. You know?
Muhammad was lying in that case. So first time Muhammad said to Omar that she would make all these sexual sounds, but he didn't say sexual sounds. What did he say that like?
Look,
what did he say that means sexual sounds?
Like I will tell you, he said awahat. There it is. Made this sound.
And
she made the sound.
Let
like that.
Let me demonstrate for you, Amir. Let me demonstrate for you. Let me share my screen. I've got it queued up because you've got a lot of questions about this. So let me clarify for you. There you go.
But the word, it means like
here you go. You ready? Sound. Yeah. I mean, he just made it. So here you go.
I didn't get you.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
You didn't see anything?
No, your screen is the same as before.
But
I believe you, Amir. I believe you. So it means a sexual sound.
You don't have to believe me. I will give you the link. Hold on.
No, I know you're right, but so you're saying that it means a sexual sound, and that's what it means. And then the Omar asked then, like, why was she so happy and making that sexual sound, but without saying it's a sexual sound, pretending it's not. And
It
then
wasn't
Muhammad.
Omar who said. The one next to Omar said, because there were many men.
Oh,
So
all right.
he
So
was
Muhammad's
showing
telling
off
a
that
big
he's a,
group of
like
men
he's a
about
man.
how.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
showing
yeah.
off.
So he
He was
said she
not.
makes the sound, which is a sexual sound.
Yeah, he
And
was.
then,
He was nasty.
yeah, and then the guy standing next to Omar says, "Why was she so happy that she was making that sound?" And then
No, he
Muhammad
said,
replies,
why is she making that sound? And he said, because of her happiness, because she's happy.
Yeah.
oh, "Okay," but also it says that she was humble and supplicant.
Yeah, I think it's this one is a twist, but by the
Yeah, I think so too.
by the translator,
Oh, okay. The translator or whoever put it in
they're
Arabic
liars. They're
was
liars.
lying. Okay, so
Even if in Arabic.
yeah, yeah.
Nico, what you did? What did you do on your image previously?
So the original one you saw, Linda, was saying happy, and you as well, Amir. It said happy.
It is.
Muhammad answered. The original
Uh,
one had answered that it's because she was so happy.
yeah, it's like she was happy. She was enjoying with him. So because she was happy to leave her Zaid, and she was with him. She was doing affairs with him before. So he was showing off in front of Omar and the rest
Yeah,
that
all
she
right.
was making sound and stuff like that.
And they said, "Why is she making that sound?" And Muhammad answered,
So
"Because she was very happy."
So a stupid next to Omar told him, "Why is she making this? What is this
Yeah.
word? What does it mean?
Why
This
she
word?"
makes a sexual sound. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Well, I got weird.
Allah say,
I gotta treat her like a
cousin.
That's Zainab exactly what she did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because as well, they were cousins. Yeah, they were first cousins. And the amount of incest that Muhammad was engaging in is just outrageous.
yes, absolutely.
And not only
Guys,
first cousin, but the fact is he was also the father, her father in a sense, because he was the father-in-law, which makes him the father.
yeah.
The
If you
father
know,
and
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he was the father and cousin, and yet he was getting together with her and boasting to his friends about
Yeah,
like the sound she would make and how happy she was because of him
exactly.
sexually.
We didn't mention Dahya. We didn't mention Maria
Yeah,
al-Qibtiyya, Maria al-Qibtiyya, Mary the Copt. We didn't mention so many, but we don't have any more time. I think
yeah,
we are nearly 3.5 hours till now.
yeah.
I don't think anyone will be able to watch it after that. So yeah. So anyway, would you like anyway all of you if you'd like to say anything before we end it up, please go ahead.
So
There's
we
a
didn't.
writing, there's so many quotes from this saint that are just such lovely, sweet quotes. But there's a writing on friendship that I'd like to read from St. Francis de Sales. I'll try to read through it quickly and I can finish it within a minute if I read quickly.
Sure.
So St. Francis de Sales on angelic friendship. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he who has found such a one has found a treasure. A faithful friend is the medicine of life and immortality, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Ecclesiasticus, or also Sirach, chapter 6, verses 14 to 16. These words, as you may see by the context, regard chiefly our eternal interests, in which above all we require this faithful friend, and who will guide our actions by his warnings and counsels, and thereby protect us from the snares and delusions of the evil one. In all our sorrows, our sadness, and our falls, he will be as a treasure of wisdom to us. He will be as a physician to give ease to our hearts and help with our spiritual diseases. He will preserve us from evil and forwards us in what's good. And when we are conquered by some infirmity, he will save us from being overwhelmed and will raise us from our prostrate condition. But who can find such a friend? The wise man answers, they that fear the Lord. This is to say, those that are lowly in heart and earnestly desire their spiritual advancement. And be sure, my daughter, that since it is so all important to begin the holy course of devotion, led by a safe guide, if you heartily pray that God will give you such, he will supply your need in his own way. Do not doubt that he who sent an angel to guide the young Tobias will provide you with a good and faithful guide. And when found, he should be to you as an angel. Do not regard him as an ordinary man, nor trust in him as such, nor in his human knowledge, but trust in God, who will himself guide you through his appointed channel. And that's from Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales.
Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Nicodemus, what you wanted to say?
Yeah, no, just saying we didn't get the opportunity to do the whole Aisha dress wearing, to Wang Fu, Julie Newmar kind of thing. But
I do have even the hadith in front of me. I have all those in front of me, but because it became like 3.5 hours, if
Yeah.
you want, I will keep going. I don't mind to go.
No. Yeah,
7
no,
hours. I don't mind.
I
don't
believe
for
Amir
everyone.
and even Linda as well. Amir and Linda will go the whole day with all of these references. I mean, the amount of stuff is outstanding, but in a bad way. Like meaning, like it's astounding, but in a negative way. The fact that it's just on and on and on, and I'm hearing stuff I didn't even hear. That I'm hearing things
me
I
too.
haven't heard before.
Brother,
God
it's
bless you.
only to teach. It's not to be negative to people.
No, I mean the Islam, it's so full of negativity, like the amount of references. It's like you know, it's just unending negative, sinful stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
let me show you something. Let me show you something, and you give me your opinion about that. There is a verse in the Quran, Quranic now speaking. We started Quran, we ended in Quran, yeah. And the adulterer shall marry none but the adulteress or adulteress, whatever it is. And the adulteress shall marry none but an adulterer or an adulterer, whatever it is as well. That has been prohibited for the believers. What is Muhammad in this case?
that was easy for you to say.
He's
I
an
can-
adulterer and an idolater. He's not he's sort of an idolatress because he was wearing the woman's clothing, right? He's wearing Aisha's girl clothing. But yeah, he's an adulterer and an idolater based on this.
Okay, read the one before above it.
The adulteress and the adulterer whip each one of them with 100 lashes, and let no pity towards them overcome you regarding Allah's law, if you believe in Allah on the last day, and let a group of believers witness their punishments.
Huh?
I-
What does that mean?
So basically have to be whipped. Muhammad should be whipped, him and his bunch. All of them should be whipped and to hellfire.
Yeah, where's this from, Amir?
It is Quran, An-Nur, chapter An-Nur, light, they call it light, it's called An-Nur. And chapter 24, verse 2 and 3.
Yeah, he was definitely both, because he was with so many women that they were certainly idolaters and idolatresses, right? But in addition to that, he was committing adultery, like with Zainab, and with all sorts of women he committed adultery.
Yes.
His own family members. Zainab,
Exactly.
his aunts, you know, all of them.
So basically, Islam is a disaster by itself, no matter what I show you. I can show you all night long how bad it is Islam, how bad is Muhammad, how bad is this Allah. If you know how bad is this Allah, I can speak non-stop. It's not
But yeah, we can save some for later. Thank you so much, Amir, for all that you do. God bless you.
like this one about Zaid. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. This one like about Zaid. ولما قضى زيد منها وطرا زوجناك. We made you Afa. When Zaid finished from her effing, we made you Afa. What this disaster?
Yeah. And it says that in the Quran, right?
Yeah, this is Quran.
So we forced you to divorce him, and then there's so many problems with it. We forced you to divorce her, and then when we forced him to divorce her, then we got you to do nikah with her. So the Quran is saying, Allah is saying, allegedly, that this is according to them, their beliefs, is that Allah is saying that Muhammad was then allowed by Allah, or Allah organized it so Muhammad would F his cousin Zainab
Yeah.
and his daughter-in-law.
Best of all, he effed her from here, gone to Umar ibn al-Khattab, telling him she was making
Yeah.
I don't know why there is no verse for in the Quran.
Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to ask. Oh, that noise thing that you share with us. Where was that source? Where was that from?
It's just I gave you the link, but you can. This is it from Islam Web if you want. This is Islam Web.
Yeah, but
And
it's in Arabic, so I can't.
no. Simply put it on Google, on anything, Chrome, or do you expect, or Maktab al-Shamila? Here it is in Maktab al-Shamila as well, or if you want in what do you call it? So many of them. Let's say Islam Online, Islam Web, in here. جامعة الكتب الإسلامية. The جامع الكتب الإسلامية. This one is good if you want. I will give you any of them. But the idea is you have to all put them on Chrome and then translate. You know? Yeah. Okay, let me give you one of them in this case. Let me give you one of them.
I apologize for taking
Yeah,
more
you know,
time.
Muhammad promised his men that they would have unending, ding dongs, unending willies in paradise. But the truth is that they'll end up just having in their religion unending sexual sins. Their religion is full of unending sexual sins. There's no paradise for them. They're going to end up in hell. They're already in hell, in fact. But what they did get is a religion that's full of just sexual sins, unending, in an unending way, sexual sins.
So is that unending? Yeah, I'm a little confused about the translation of that. Are we talking about length and girth? Or are we talking about erections, like an unending erection?
It's both.
It's both. Okay.
Exactly. It will be never be limp. Like it will be always. Yeah. It will be like that. Never be down, and the best of all that his orgasm 70 years.
Yeah, I know I sound like an old person right now, but that does sound like hell to me. And an unending erection, I don't know. That's a bit much.
That's a bit killing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's too much to see such a big lies like that. When you put it on the to translate it, you will find it.
I feel bad. I'm giving you extra time and extra work when we're
No,
all
because
working.
I can't find it inside. I think it's 52 outside. It was something else. It was 220, 218. You see, page 218. And
Page
here,
2.
when I go in, I cannot see 218 in here because it's just next to 218, and I cannot read it anywhere. Hitler, I will have a look in Shamila maybe. No,
No worries.
here it is. Facebook.
So let me play devil's advocate. With was Linda still here? Or Linda just left. I was going to ask her a question. That's all right. I was just kind of wondering, or let me just ask Lewis what your opinion is. You visited these streams and so on. What are some of the arguments that these Muslims use, the Dawists, these counter arguments? They have no answers for other than lying. Just say, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
Some of them, on a rare occasion, some will say, yes, that's it. But I'm proud of that. So, they own up to it and, go for it. But, but usually they'll just try to, counter by saying, no, you. Like they'll start attacking Christianity instead of just responding since they have no answers.
Yeah, you're saying it all.
Yeah.
And the truth is, they don't even say they're proud of it truly, because when Ali Dawah said that, or should I say Ali Drama, Lily Drama, when he said that, Ali Dawa was lying. He was deceiving people. As Ali Dawa was claiming that he's so proud of that, he was deceiving people because he was saying, oh, it's got to be under the caliph, and we've got to have a proper caliphate, and it's only for the people who are already proved and proven to be people who left the faith and are causing corruption, spreading corruption in the land. No, Islam is none of those things. Islam is if you are just anyone who questions Islam even 1%, or they think you might be, or that you might in the future, they kill you. So it's not about you actually have to be spreading corruption and you have to have left their religion and doing all these things, all these bad things to them. If you leave the religion, or if you are just anyone that they disagree with at all, or that they don't like at all, they'll kill you. And they don't need a caliph. In fact, he's not allowed to be living, as Amir knows, he's not allowed to be living in the UK. He's not allowed to be living in England. He said he grew up irreligious and he was from his family are Kurdish, Alawi, right? But the truth is, in that case, when he became religious, he should have left the UK. You're not allowed to live in a non-Muslim land.
Exactly.
Mm. Yeah, there's that comedian right before the lockdown who was doing a skit of Ahmed, the dead terrorist. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but it's
Jeff Durham.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's hilarious. I'll kill you. Anyway, I don't know if he still does that skit or not. I kind of wonder.
Okay, finally I found something, because I think in the previous ones they removed the hadith from inside. Outside still showing on the search engine. Do I need to shorten the? Okay, let me shorten the link. But because from inside they didn't. No.
Oh, okay, I see.
It need to be shortened. 1 second. Did it open with you?
In Arabic, we're one step closer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I checked Jeff Dunham, man, and regarding the photos, at least, of Ahmed, the dead terrorist, he still has photos of him recently, like in the past few days, just 2 days ago,
Awesome.
1 day ago. So it seems that he's still including it
Good for
in
him.
his act. Yeah.
Because it's hilarious. I mean, those who haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it by the description, but just look it up. Jeff Dunham, Ahmed the terrorist. Just the visual itself is enough to make it laugh.
Yeah.
If you open it, I don't need to shorten it. Yeah, I can't find it, even that thing.
No worries.
Yeah, good.
So page 219.
Yeah, good. Because I can't find it even. We lost our sister, no?
Yeah, I think I might have bored her to death. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did want to ask though. The question was, we hear these arguments. I'm going to play the devil's advocate for a minute. Because we don't have any Muslims here, defending Islam or themselves, because they can't. So I'm going to play the role and say what the things that they say in other streams. The Dawists will come on and they'll say, well, what about the Old Testament? They do things like incest in the Old Testament. What do you guys say to them in that argument?
Doing what in the Old Testament? Killing?
Incest. Oh, and killing too, yeah, but incest. We're talking about the Zainab and any other instances of
like David, like with David and with some others.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
So, but they've been condemned by the Lord. They
Right.
even their kids, so their fruit of that thing being killed. And they got married. Let's say from that woman who he took her after. He got married from her after. He didn't stay with her he took her after her husband died. They got married with her, and the first kid he got her from that fruit outcast, he died, and then he got his first son, and he became the king. And the Lord basically he really gave hell on him on earth before it did. It's not like and he repented
Okay.
and the Lord accept repentant. We
And
know
that is
that.
that is a stark contrast from what we're seeing in Islam. And the argument is, well, there you go. Aha, you see, it's in the Old Testament, but they're obviously they're again lying, they're deceiving, they're doing their taqiyya. Um, but in Islam, it's exact opposite. Even in the Old Testament, it's forbidding these things.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where
everything Amir said was very true and on points. Very, very good. And the thing is, if they claim anything, the first thing that we should do, if they claim that they are, if they're these bad things in the Bible, right? Well, their religion affirms the Bible. So if they are affirming the Bible, and certainly they affirm the Torah and the Injil, right? The Torah and Injil, the Torah and the Gospels, or the Torah and and the Evangelium, the Gospels. If they certainly do affirm those, so they can't say that there are bad things in them because their prophet affirmed it. They are
Yeah,
unable to criticize it.
but they will tell you it's not this Injil, it's not this Torah. They are liars. They are so liars.
Yeah, they're complete liars
So
because we
then,
know which ones we've added. It's historical. It's just a historical fact. No one else even disagrees. Jews will say, yes, Christians have had this from very, very, very early on. Atheists who are scholars in it will say that Christians have always had those texts that they've had, that we have
exactly.
from the
But
very
they are
beginning.
stubborn and
Yeah.
liars. And then you will tell them, then produce for us the original, the one you think it is right, and they cannot.
Yeah.
While they don't have even their own Quran, they don't have even Quran, something called
Yeah.
Quran. They
Yeah.
have something called Mushaf. It's a riwayah. It's a story
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Hafs or Qalun or anything
Yeah.
else, and it is only story from story from story. It's a big lie,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Precisely.
So simply because they couldn't find the name of Muhammad in the Bible, that's all. That's why they keep saying it's been changed, and let them find us any verse from the Bible, from the Quran, to say that our Bible it's been changed.
Yeah.
Not even one, nada.
that's shirk,
Yeah, and
actually.
there's
To
so
say
much
that.
more we could say in terms of their claims. I mean, even including incest, I'll say one quick point is how do they know incest is wrong? Like, where does Islam ever talk against incest? Because their religion promotes incest. And if they're saying, oh,
Exactly.
well, the Bible also includes it, well, if they're referring to Lot and his daughters, they went against God's desires. The Holy Ghost was not intending or guiding them to do any of that. They
No,
went against
hold,
God.
hold on,
And they
but
made a
Lot
mistake.
is not prophet. Lot is not prophet.
Yeah,
His daughter,
exactly.
they didn't go, not our Lord who told them to do that.
Exactly.
And they thought there is no people on earth.
Yes, precisely. And they wanted to just continue the population of the earth because they thought they were the final, only last ones, and their father was the only man in the world. And then on top of that, is the fact that, yeah, as you said, he was not a prophet. You know, the Muslims have their funny versions of everything, but
But
in
the good thing,
Christianity or in Christianity in the Bible, the original story, Lot, the real historical figure of Lot, who was just telling the history. This is just the history of what happened. He was not a prophet, and his daughters were not like some sort of saintly women. They were women who made a mistake by trusting in themselves too much. And instead of being humble and asking God what to do, they tried to solve the situation through their own logical human means. But they ended up being wrong because they weren't the only people on the planet.
yes.
And
But
anyway,
the
who
good,
says, that even then that's when did incest even start becoming like definitely bad? Was it like Noah's time after the
yeah,
flood?
it
But
wasn't.
after the flood, they were still sort of, they had to have committed incest. So my point anyway is incest is not one of those things where, especially back then, around the time of Lot, that it was like a clear cut thing because the human genome was better and there were fewer people living on the earth. So it was more acceptable for people to mix.
Didn't I show you now he was sleeping with his auntie?
Yeah, whereas Muhammad came far later and then was sleeping with his auntie when there are loads of people on the earth and when humans were unable to be engaging in incest in a healthy way. Like Adam and Eve, they could commit incest, or their children could commit incest, but it wasn't like a sin. It was just, that's how it was, you know, and they were healthy and the children would be healthy. It was much later on, like Muhammad's time, that it would cause all sorts of health problems, and it would just be completely messed up. So with the Muslims, they can't run anywhere with all of their claims, because their religion is actually the one that teaches all these evil things, whereas Christianity is always like the correct, holding the correct views on these points, holding the moral views on these points.
Yeah.
On all of these matters, Christianity holds the most moral views.
Okay, guys, we have to end it up in here.
Yeah, we have to.
Nico said, say whatever you want to say before
I'm
we
sorry,
end.
just pointing out again that Islam is exact opposite of Christianity. Again, this is satanic. It's on creation, doing the exact opposite of what is right and good. You know, the bottom line is this: that we have two options. There's no gray area. There's no third option. You're either with Christ or you're without Christ. That's it.
Amen.
Yeah.
And Islam and Muhammad, they are antichrist. Even Allah is
Yes.
antichrist.
Yes.
So no matter if you are on that side, you are out. So you have to come to the Lord Jesus Christ to be
Yes.
saved and to be in heaven.
Yes.
Leave that cult and don't stay in that hell and all these sexual ideas. Just leave that stupid cult and come to the Lord Jesus Christ. He loved you. He gave his life for you.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. Thank you, brothers, and thank you for our sisters who left us. She got busy or something, or bored. So
Bless her.
God bless you all and keep you safe. I will leave you with the blessing of the Lord Jesus Christ, and good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Please subscribe to my channels, press like and the bell to receive all my new videos. Leave your comments below, opinions, or questions. Follow me to know what is next, or in case they close this channel. Hashtag Amir Zaidain YouTube channel. YouTube.com/AmirZaidan.
Thank you very much. Jesus Christ be with you.